Hey chat, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're having a beautiful morning, afternoon, night. Jake, you keep a good eye on those beans, okay? A lot is at stake here. Hi, hello. While you were wasting your time throwing that shit at me, you weren't paying attention to your beans. How is everyone? Hello Rogue as well. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing a little bit better than you have been recently. Tonight we're gonna finish the commission that we were doing for Skinna. Kind of feeling down. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully we can have a little bit of fun tonight. So we're going to be finishing this piece, which we almost, if not completely finished last week. We just need to add these rotting flesh elements to it, and there is an ad playing. Get the fuck out of here. Where are you? Okay, no, never mind. That wasn't an ad. That was a fucking... I don't know what that was, but it jump scared my my music. I was really worried for a second there. So yeah, we're gonna be finishing this. We're gonna add the rotting flesh elements. I'm literally just gonna copy paste like the coloring of like this old one that I've done because I think it'll look really nice on Skinner's like character's white fur. And then we're moving on to another PNG tuber child that I got commissioned to do literally 2 days ago. So, got a lot to get through today. But to be fair, I won't be able to finish the PNG tuber anyway because I need to send roughs to the commissioner for approval. So for now, one step at a time. So, there are no fancy like effects or anything on this rotten flesh that I do. There's like a multiply redless layer underneath, just like irritation of the skin, and then all of this is basically just no blending modes, no nothing. It's just that's just how it looks. So generally what I do is I start with the black or like the darker tone, I suppose, and then we kind of go outwards from there. So I think I marked where I wanted the rotting flesh to be. Oh no, not on that layer. It was, yeah, it was on this layer. Okay. So for the moment, I think these ones were supposed to be blood splotches, so they'll be fine. I think I actually have to re-download my my blood splatter brushes because I think I may or may not have lost them ages ago when I had to reset my PC, and I don't remember if I ever re-downloaded them. So that might be a whole issue, but we will worry about that when we get to it. Actually, it might be a good idea, like right now, to just really quickly check, make sure I've got them. I've got my half-tone brushes. I think they were labeled as markers. Downloaded material, let's see. No. Okay. I'm gonna need to re-download my blood brushes, but I don't remember what they were called, so that might be an issue. Oh, you got your state tax return? Oh, that's lovely. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna really quickly look for a brush. We're gonna look for... I'm just gonna type the word blood and see if I can find the ones that I used to use. I know the ones that I used were free because I don't know how to earn the Clip Studio Paint like currency that they use. I have no idea how to earn it, and some of the stuff that I want to use is really cheap, but I don't know like if I have to pay real money to get that currency or what, so I just leave it. Can I put like a... I can put a free filter on it. Okay. I really hope that the blood brushes I used weren't taken down. Maybe these ones? Gore brushes? I remember I had 2 different sets of blood brushes. That one is only 2. Like, I had 2 sets, but the 2 sets totaled to, I think, it was like 6 brushes? Or 7 brushes? Is it this splash one? Oh, I think it was definitely this one. I think. Download this one. Oh, what do I mean? What do you mean I'm not signed in? I'm using the HUD. How am I not signed into my own HUD? Great, and now it won't let me log in. There we go. Can I move this? No, it's frozen. Okay. Oh, ah. Alright. Clip Studio Paint is being a problem. Okay, we'll download that. It's been downloaded. Perfect. Let's go back and have a look at some other ones. It's one... Where are they? Is it this one? The Bleeding Pen? It won't let me click this one to have a look. Alright. What about this one? Bloodstains? Oh, well, I think it's broken because I downloaded a brush and now it won't let me, look at any other brushes. I'm just trying to download them now so that by the time I need them, they're ready. It doesn't matter how much prep I do to start a stream on time. Something always happens and I always end up being disorganized as fuck. There's no winning with me, is there? Alright, let's see. There's no pictures of this brush. Either that or they're not loading. So we will just go back. That one looks familiar. Actually, they all kind of look familiar. There's only so many ways you can make a blood brush. I'm trying to... There was a pack that had like 3 or 4 brushes. But I'm only finding packs that only have 1 or 2. Which means I don't know if my blood brush pack that I downloaded even exists anymore. What's that one? That's wounds and bandages. I don't want that one. I want... God damn it. This hatching looking one looks familiar. But it's, again, it's only 1 brush, so it can't be that one. Alright, no. We'll worry about it when we need it. For now, those 2 blood brushes that I did download are ready now. That's good. So if I need those, I can choose those. For the time being, we'll get the rotting down, and then once the rotting is done, we can worry about the blood. I had a couple of spots. There's one up here. I know the grey spot is, like, huge, but I think I'm gonna make the brown a little bit smaller, just because the redness and all the stuff around this, like, brown spot really spreads out. Chilling VC with Skinners, I was reading and watching the beans and ate, like, 4 mandarins without thinking, and I just, and remembered I just started to track my calories today. Lucky they're pretty low cal, but for me to go through 4 without realizing made me scared of them. They're good. Mandarins are so good. I haven't had mandarins since I was a kid. But they're really, really nice. I enjoy them a lot. And if they're low cal, then does it, at the end of the day, does it matter that you ate 4 of them? If anything, that's just a sign that you need to eat more. You need to consume more mandarins. Go. But probably gonna be a little on the low energy side today because I spent my whole day doing bookkeeping and then deep cleaning my entire apartment because, and I mean like deep cleaning because I have a apartment inspection tomorrow. So I'm a little tired, but didn't want to cancel. Yeah. I don't know how to speak anymore. I didn't want to cancel on you guys. Can't say no to peer pressure. Guess I'm eating another one. Yeah, you eat another fucking mandarin and you be happy with it, Jake. I can't even pretend to be intimidating. My voice is just not there anymore. I think rotting around the fingers is a good idea. It's like, now you know that they weren't like bitten off. They were like straight up rotten and fell off. Nasty. There we go. And then a little bit here as well. Okay, I think. Oh wait, there's supposed to be some, like, on the muzzle as well. There. I'm not gonna add any on, like, the bumpiness of the ear, because I think we agreed that that was gonna be, like, all red and bloodied because she had been gnawing on it. Pretty sure that's what the story behind that was. Okay, that's that part there. Now we grab this bit. Actually, we'll grab this bit. Not a very good judge at how big the space needs to be because it's been a while since I've drawn any zombie characters, but I think it'll be fine if we just kind of play it out. I might also, instead of keeping this as a hard line, like it is in my old comic pages, like it looks good when you add the, where is it? It looks fine when you add the multiplier layer underneath, but I think I'm going to like blur this out a little bit, so I might make it a bit thicker. And then we'll grab this. Disposing of all the dead bodies, good call. Hey Yoon, how you doing? I know, so we're gonna make this huge. Huge. I don't think it matters how like clean or messy it is because the goal is to just kind of like that. And then we can add more, like, the extra stuff in as we go. There we go. I think I want it to be even bigger than that, just because of the area of this, of the soft eraser. And really play around with it. Try and keep this clean first. Alright, soft brush? Soft brush. I think it looks a little bit weird now, but I think once the redness comes in, it'll look fine. Because the red bit underneath is probably the last bit that's going to be added. There you go. I might also add some, like a little bit of darkening to the black areas. It depends. We'll see what happens. This we can probably just fill in completely and then bring a soft brush to. Like, make it smaller. Like that. Not gonna worry too much about the fingies. Because the details are gonna be, oh, hang on. Because the details are gonna be so small, I'm not sure like how noticeable adding all that extra stuff will really be. Did I do my, yeah, I did. It just looks really messy. There we go. And then there's a bit up here. The artwork looks sick. Oh, thank you. This is the commission that we started last week. Oh, whoops, that was the wrong kind of eraser. Okay. Now we need the soft one. There needs to be enough room for the other stuff. Which is why I'm going back over it again with like a, what is this called? Airbrush. And start making sure everything's clipped together as well. Alright, there we go. That bit's fine. I forgot to do the one on the knee. I'm just really quickly trying to clean here. And here. There we go. And then this one here, instead of using the soft eraser, I think I will just like airbrush it straight on. And then we can do a little bit of cleanup. Yee-hee. Oh, did I put the announcement in the Discord server? I don't think I did. There we go. I always forget that. Picked up a new book to read with friends. I got to the stopping point already, so now I'm stuck waiting for them to catch up. Aw, you got a cute little book club. That's adorable. Is it porn again? Like, every time you bring up you're reading a new book, I'm going to ask that. Alright, so this layer goes in between, and this is when we grab this yucky color. Absolutely filthy. Hi! Oh my god, hi, Skinna! We're just adding the rotting elements to your baby girl. And it's not a porn book this time? Okay, okay. I'll believe you. For now. Is that the right? Yeah, it is. It just doesn't look as noticeable. Probably because this is airbrushed. Yeah. Yeah, that checks out. That's alright. It looks fine. I'll never beat the allegations. No, you will not. You will not, ever. You missed the beginning? It's okay, we only just started layering on the rotting. Just like you with the cult. Okay, but see, the difference is, I'm not actually a cult. You do actually read porn books. The difference there is that one is blatant misinformation and the other one is funny. Who did what now? Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I'm so sorry that that we're talking about cults and erotic literature, but I appreciate you anyway. Holy hell! All right. New meat for the cult. Guys, we're not a fucking cult. Stop it. You're gonna scare people away. I can't win. I can't win. One of us. Stop. Still both are true. We are not a we're not a cult. Come on. We're too disorganized to be a cult, chat. Come on. We're way too disorganized for this to be considered a cult. Let's like be fucking for real. Aren't we? No! Hello, Platinum. I'm so sorry. Don't let my chat abduct you and claim that we're part of a cult. Whatever cult they're signing you up for is not mine, I promise. Actually, I could probably turn this layer off and then, yeah. That'll make my life a bit easier. Turn it off just for the time being. This bit does need to be kinda thick though, because we do need to be able to add the extra elements. We have scheduled meetings, you have a book you tell us to read, we donate money to subscribe. Sounds like a cult to me. Oh my god. That's not true. That's blatantly untrue. Chat. Chat, if I was a cult, I would have more subscribers. Let's be honest. Let's be so honest. The monthly patronage would be much higher. you have Amazon Prime, it's free. It is true. True facts coming from Skinna. It is free with Amazon Prime. I've taken over cults more disorganized than this. That does not make me feel better. You're not helping. Alright, there. I think that's all the bits that needed the extra rotting layer. Now we get to do the fun part. We take these shapes, or these colors, sorry, and we just draw a bunch of weird shapes. But we can only draw the weird shapes in this area, this surface area. So we'll start with like the really light one. You want to know a really gross fact, chat? Is that when I was, oh, did I draw them in the right layer? I did not. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I don't even think they need to be on separate layers. When I first was trying to figure out how to draw the rotting on my zombies for my graphic novel, which everyone in this chat room should definitely read, by the way, I actually went and looked at real live photos of decaying flesh, and I went out and like actually found like real live like photos of people's arms rotting off and shit like that. And it was really fucking disgusting. I hate that I did that, but I think the rotting looks pretty okay considering. I'm sure if I like put a little more time and a little more research into it, it would probably look way better, but it was fucking gross. Incorrect, you technically count, you're just a poor cult. That does not make me feel better. Chat, if I'm a cult, then why can't I be why can't I be like a really, really good, lucrative cult? I'll call us a cult. I'll call us a cult once we hit a certain threshold. But for now, it's not fair. We don't count as a cult, we're just a little baby. Now, I can't go too crazy with this color because there are two other colors that we gotta add in here. But I really like going crazy with just one color. So, trying to contain myself. Start again at the bottom here. I'm gonna contribute to the PS Plus when I get paid, but only a portion, so it'll be donated. Aw, thank you, Skinna. You don't have to do that. It's really appreciated that you guys do. I might change the PlayStation Plus. It says like a year subscription, but I might bring it down to like just a month. The only reason I put a year is because I would only be streaming online PlayStation games like once a week, so I'd only use it like 4 times in the week. But I might bring it back down. We'll see what happens. I actually haven't looked at Throne since I opened it. Are you considered streaming Tomb Raider? Maybe when I get Tomb Raider. I know the original trilogy got remastered, so maybe, but right now, not really. If you really wanted to, you could look at the Australian laws regarding what contributes a religion, and then if you really wanted to stretch things, you could find a couple of friends to declare your residency a place of worship, as long as you all get together and have drinks at least once a week for theoretical tax exemptions. That sounds scary. I hate how potentially easy that could be. I don't want to do that. I probably, you know what? Maybe when I make my big, really big announcement on my birthday, the one that I've been hinting at for a while now, maybe when I make that announcement, you guys can start calling me a cult and we'll start forming a weird, like, religion thing. But, we'll worry about that when we get there. These guys here can just have a couple little dots. These guys get the funky shapes. Meep. I don't know if you guys even heard that, but there was a truck outside. I have Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. That's what flies in America. Bet? What are we betting, Jake? Jake, what are we betting? Jake, you better be watching your beans. What are we betting? Oh, wait. The thing I said about religion. Yeah, you're right, you're right. Never mind. My brain is not here, chat. My brain... Mentally, I'm drawing cute little shapes. My beans! Yeah, go watch your fucking beans. You gotta make sure that you don't ruin them by accident. I'm not legally responsible for whatever happens to your beans while you're watching my stream. You gotta watch your own beans. Alright, I think that's fine. Next big spot is like here. I might need to do some color grading because her like fur is so white in contrast to the rotting, but I think it'll actually look fine. Alright, that was the light one. Now we grab this medium one here and we do the whole thing again. And we basically do this until all 3 of the little splotch colors that I have are like all over all this like kind of gross light reddish brown part that I drew. Decided to try one and it was like biting into an almond. Damn, I don't know. My brain immediately went to like chocolate covered almonds. They're really nice. Oh, chat. So I have this this hummus that I bought. You guys will love it. It's chili and lime flavored like hummus. And I bought it because a couple days ago, or a few days ago, I had bought like a whole bag of carrots to use in a soup that I was making. And I didn't use all the carrots, and I didn't want to throw away the carrots that I didn't use. So I bought some like hummus to eat them. Oh. Oh. They're so fucking good. I love it. It's so yummy. I had my lunch today and I was like, I'm not even hungry and I still want to continue eating this like hummus. It's like, so good. I really like it. Way better than the garlic one that I had like a month ago. Because the garlic one was only good if you had it with the chicken crimpies. This is just good. And it's really nice. I freaking love hummus. Hummus is so good. I used to only have like regular hummus, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, because that's when I still lived with my parents, and my parents only ever bought regular hummus. But the flavored shit is so fucking good. Hummus is goated. I'm so glad we have some fellow hummus people in the chat. My partner's not a big fan of hummus. He doesn't like the texture. The texture really bothers him. So whenever we buy dips, it has to be stuff that's like absolutely completely blended, like to a point where it's borderline a liquid, or we buy hummus and it's just for me. Can't stand hummus. Well, there you go. You and my partner have something in common. Is it the same? Is it because of the texture? Hummus is great. Oh shit, that sounds bomb. I might steal that. Oh. Make pasta sauce with hummus. That sounds really good. I might try that. It's the taste. Okay, that's fair enough. That's okay. More hummus for me and my fellow hummus lovers in chat. We'll have a different dip when we have our regular weekly meetings, just so that Rogue and the boyfriend can have something else. Oh no! I've been missing this section the whole time. Fuck, I've been missing that section the whole time. Give me your eye, girly. Good grief. Pop that in there. Alright, cool. Now we can do your squiggles. And now we can do the dark squiggles. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I didn't forget. What are you talking about? Mostly eat raw veggies like carrots. Oh yeah, carrots. I really like celery with hummus, but my partner also fucking hates celery, so you know. Now I want hummus, but I can't use crackers. I need to stop unnecessary carbs. Carrots. Carrots are really good. I hate raw celery. I really like celery in general. I like it. I'd prefer it as like an accent to a different flavor. I wouldn't eat just regular celery, but like if I smothered it in hummus or I put it in a soup or something, I really enjoy it. Same with Brussels sprouts. If it's like an accent to a different flavor, I really enjoy it. I will steal all the celery. More celery for us, Jake. But yeah, if you really want hummus and you want to cut out on like carbs, carrots I think are a good substitute. I don't know the what's it called? The specific nutrients within a carrot. I just think carrots are yummy. Munch that crunchy water, yeah. Carrots have got sugar. Well, I would rather get sugar from a carrot than sugar from this tea that I've got right in front of me. Got 2 teaspoons of sugar in it, and I'm like, how many carrots is that, I wonder? Are they high in sugar? I didn't know they were high in sugar. Is it the same way that an avocado is high in fat, but it's like quote-unquote good fat? So it's different, you know what I mean? Is it the same with like the amount of sugar in a carrot? I've never heard of carrots being high in sugar. I need to remind myself to lay off the carbs and avoid putting on unnecessary weight. Aww. See, I'm the total opposite of you guys. I probably, like, I don't need to, but it would definitely help me if I put weight on. Like, if I gained a couple kilos, like, I want to say, like, max 6, you know? If I gained more than 6, then it might be a problem, but I could put on 6 whole kilos and I would still be considered relatively healthy, because I'm very small. And I want to, it's just very difficult. Avocado has its own fat, but I guess it's on the healthy side. Yeah. Now I want carrot cake. Oh. I think I tried a carrot cake. I think we got it as a dessert for Valentine's Day. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but it was also my first time having carrot cake, so maybe it was just a bad carrot cake. Alright, so that's all those effects. Now I just need to grab the redness layer underneath. It's literally just bright red. Hey, but it works. Alright. Turn that back on. And now we can come in, we can turn that on, and then we can come in underneath. So I want to do it a little... I don't want it to be too noticeable. So I'm gonna go as close to the edge as possible. Kind of like that. I think that's... Oh, did I do the knee? I always forget the knee. No, but I'm gonna erase the bits here first and then go into the knee. Well, not the knee, it's like the shin almost. It's like beneath the knee. Try to work out by going for a jog and a walk every day. I do. People who have been here for a while know that I have really bad left knee at the moment. To a point where I had to leave my day job, and I'm actually still waiting for my disability payments to come through. I stopped working in December, but the December trip was like expected because I was going overseas. But when I came back on like the 19th of January or the 16th of January, I didn't go back to work. So technically I've been like disabled, so to speak, in quotes, since January. And my first payment should be payment number 1 should be coming either somewhere between the 7th and the 11th. So I could only be waiting 2 days, or I could be waiting 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So it's kind of annoying, but yeah. And so part of my treatment for that is while I'm awaiting for my surgery, I need to do a whole bunch of like physiotherapy exercises and stuff. And so after the streams, I do my clips, I pack up, and I do anywhere between like 30 to 40 minutes of like exercises on my leg. And then I sit down and I play Sonic Dash for a bit and I go to sleep. So and it's pretty like, the stuff that I'm doing isn't intense, but because my legs are so fucked up, like the exercises do fuck up my legs even more. So I'm trying to balance so that I know that it's working, but I don't actually like accidentally hurt myself and make it worse. You know what I mean? Took me years to get the government to recognize I was disabled. Well, see, the thing is, my disability payments aren't from the government. They're not from Centrelink. They're from my insurance. I have super insurance. So the people who handle my super fund also provide me with insurance for certain things, and one of them is income protection, which basically just means if I get injured or develop a disability because of something outside of the workforce, then they cover me. So we've been trying to get that to go through. And yeah, the government payouts, like, between you and me, chat, between me and you, chat, they've never really been there for me. Like, ever. I would always try, and they would always be like, oh, but your situation's not as bad as it could be, so we're just not gonna help you. So that's why I didn't go with the government this time around. I think it's still a bit too dark. I think we need to, Skinna, what do you think? Do you think the rotting is still, like, too dark? Do you think it stands out a bit? Because what I could do is we could keep the red, but we can maybe use, like, a... Let me bring it up here. Keep it separate for a second. We can use maybe a different shade of red. Kind of tie it together a bit nicer. Try this one. I wanted it to be a shade of red to kind of show the irritation of the skin. That's kind of why I do it. I think this one needs to kind of be like erased out a bit more. Well, maybe I could do it the way I did it here, and I can just have the solid line instead of the gradient. Maybe that's why I did it that way. Let's try. It wasn't very big. It was like, is that the right color? That doesn't look like the right color. My Clip Studio Paint has been doing that a lot recently. It'll, like, I'll color pick, and then I'll use the color, and I'll be like, hang on, that's not the color that I picked. And then I'll, like, sample it, and it turns out, no, it is not the color that I picked. And I have no idea why it's doing that. My doctor asked if I had access to a pool, and I said no. They told me I look like I was broke. I want to take up swimming, but my biggest hurdle is transportation. Not by my physiotherapist, but by, like, one of my ex-employers. I was told that I should consider taking up swimming because it would be a really good way to exercise the leg without putting stress on the knee. And she is correct. However, the problem is I need to start like putting stress on the knee because I need my body to learn how to handle putting stress on the knee, if that makes sense. I do live by like an activity center, so it's got like a swimming pool, it's got a gym, it's got a library, it's a whole bunch of different like activities rolled into one. It's like it's like an activity center. But yeah, like I'm also poor, Jake. I think it's reasonable to assume that most, if not everyone in this chat is poor right now. So that's the main reason why I haven't taken up any of it. I do most of my exercises at home. I do ones that like I don't need super fancy equipment for. I did buy one of those like elastic band things from my physiotherapist, and I bought some ankle weights. But for the most part, I just kind of do what I need to do from home. I only interact with my physio like once, maybe twice a month now, because he thinks that I've hit a ceiling in terms of how good my knee can get. And so realistically, I only meet up with him now so that when I talk to my health insurance, like the people who are going to be paying me, they can see that I am still seeing my physio. That's the only reason I still see him, because he doesn't think he can help me any more than he has. I don't think he can help me any more than he has. But if I'm not seeing a physiotherapist, then my income protection's not gonna protect me. I'm okay, but not like well off. That's fair. My partner and I are getting by. We're trying to actually live like ultra poor this month, because this month is my birthday, his mum's birthday, his dad's birthday, Mother's Day, my mum's birthday. Like May is a very busy month, and then in June it's his birthday. So we're trying our best to live as poor as we can this month and next month, just so that the days that we need to celebrate, like our birthdays and stuff like that, we can afford to go and do something really nice. I hope it works out. I miss having my original car. Samantha. Damn auto insurance took it. Aw, I'm sorry about that. I don't have a car at the moment. I don't think I could afford one. I never learnt to drive either. Like, I got my learners, and then I just really wasn't all that interested in it. And then by the time I was interested in it, my parents had, like, given up on taking me driving, and they had started focusing on my sister, who was about to get hers. So I just never learnt. I'm in a position right now where I don't need to, but for the sake of my business, it would be good to know. But I'm so poor now that, one, I can't afford classes, and two, I can't afford a car. So, that's something that's also gonna have to wait. Mother's Day, I should get some flowers for Mum. I don't know what my parents are doing for Mother's Day. I don't think they do anything super crazy. I don't remember them doing anything crazy. Doing the same stuff with personal physical therapy. Didn't like the guy I went to. Dude saw I was young and gave off the vibe that I was being lazy. Yeah. I'm lucky in the sense that I've never had a physiotherapist do that to me. Every physiotherapist I've been to has taken me pretty seriously, which, as a woman, I'm incredibly lucky. But I have had, like, GPs and doctors tell me that I'm just, like, overreacting, and it's not fun. It's not great. Should also look at cleaning her headstone. I think that would be really nice. I think that would be nice to get done. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it, like, here. Put the irritation, like, here. Multiply. But what I'm also gonna do is I think I'm gonna fade it out a bit more. So we're gonna slowly make it lighter. Because her fur is so white, I think I kind of need to blend the irritation into the skin a bit more. Oh, and I forgot to do it there again. I'll do that section on a separate layer because it'll overlap with the face a lot. There. Alright, turn that off temporarily. I enjoy driving now, but I didn't want to learn before because I was scared of the speeding ads. I wasn't scared up until, like, I almost got T-boned on the road. But just wasn't interested, you know? And, like, when I turned 16, my parents were super excited because they were like, oh my god, you get to learn to drive now, you get to do this, you get to do that, aren't you excited? And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, not really. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, talking genuine for a moment, I think my parents were a little bit disappointed. Not necessarily in me, but they were disappointed because I'm, like, the oldest of the family. So they had never had a kid old enough to teach how to drive before, and they were probably super keen for it. And so the fact that I just wasn't interested meant that they had to wait a whole ass other 4 years for my sister to be ready to drive, so that they could have that experience with my sister. I remember very vividly, my mum sat me down. I was working on a project at the time. For real OGs, you'll know I used to have a series called Noble Blood. I was working on that, and my mum came up to me, and she straight up, deadass, said, "You are grounded from working on any of your creative projects until you get your L's." And I said, "You can't fucking do that to me." And she goes, "Yes, I can." And I was like, alright, bet. And so I read the entire driver's manual. I was like, okay, cool. And this was the same day, by the way. The same day she tried to, like, ground me from working on my creative projects. I was like, okay, fine. Sat down, read the driver's manual, like, 3 times. And then I was like, cool, I've read it. Book me in for a thing tomorrow. And she was like, are you sure? Did you read it properly? And I'm like, yeah, I did. I want to get this over with. Let's go. So we went, I got my L's, and she was super excited and keen, and we went for, like, a little bit of a drive, but I think she could tell that I still was not happy, because my parents had to basically drag me to the car every single time in order to try and get me to drive, and usually they were prying me away from something that I was working on. And it's just, it's kind of sad memory to think about, because I remember getting a lot of shit from my parents for, like, not wanting to drive, not wanting to deal with it. And I don't know, it just makes me a bit sad to think about. Like, I understand their perspective, you know, their oldest kid was finally old enough to drive, they were excited, they wanted that experience, but, like, just because I wasn't into it doesn't mean that I had to get shit for it, you know? I want a hysterectomy, I don't want kids, I want to donate my eggs so people can have kids, but everyone's like, you're too young, you might change your mind. I really hate that. That makes me really upset. I'm lucky that I've never dealt with that, because even though I'm not really interested in having kids, the idea of getting a hysterectomy and having my eggs, like, taken out for donation scares me. It's like, I don't plan to use those organs, but those are my organs, if that makes any sense. So I don't think I will go that route, but it makes me so sad, that that's just something that you have to deal with. It's like, it's your body, you know that you want to do this thing, and everyone's like, oh, but you might change your mind one day, oh, but you might this, oh, but you might that, oh, what if you meet a lovely man and he wants to have kids? It's like, okay, cool. I don't care. Let me do what I need to do for the sake of my body, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, it's your body, your choice. I couldn't have said it better myself, Rogue. My best friend says I'll be a great aunt. I, low-key, am excited to be an aunt one day. I know my sister is very keen on having kids. I, quite frankly, don't think that I have what it takes to raise an entire individual and have that individual be, like, a free thinker who's able to make their own decisions, but also teach them to have a decent moral compass. Like, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot, and I don't think I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'll ever be ready for that. You know what I mean? I'd much rather deal with my cat, Nemi, who will forever have the mentality of like a toddler. You know? Well, actually, sorry, I think senior cats have the same mental capacity as that of like a 12 or 13-year-old. So he's not there yet, but he will be there soon. You know what I mean? My forever baby. He's taking a nap behind me. The toddler next door screams and it makes me stressed. We have a lot of kids in the courtyard that we live near that do a lot of screaming during like the school season. But now that it's holidays, I don't think I've actually heard them. Or maybe I have and I've just like blocked them out already. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on to normal. Oh, good thing I turned it on to normal. Now I can see all the spots that I missed. There we go. Now we can turn this to multiply. That looks better, don't you think? Skinna, do you think the redness looks better now? I'm gonna look at it on my monitor. I think that's, yeah, I can live with that, I think. She looks great, perfect. I might do this, we'll grab this color. Grab a bigger one. And just kind of blur the lines between like where the muck starts and the irritation of the skin begins. Just a little bit. Okay. I think I like it. I think it adds a layer of dirt and grit to what's happening right now. Okay. I think the last thing to add was the claw, or actually no, there's a couple things. We'll focus on the blood splatter for now, I think. I need to test these brushes that I downloaded, see if these have the effect that I want them to have. We'll grab these two. Alright, perfect. So I'll grab like a red and we can play around and test it out. Okay, I can see that one working. What about this one? Ooh, I like this one better. I like this one better because we can also make like a brown color and we can treat it as like a dirt brush as well. Really layer it on thick. Okay, I like that idea. I think I have a usual blood color that I use. Yeah, I do. See, these are the brushes that I used to have. I don't remember where I got them from because I couldn't find them on the store when I looked, but I missed them. So we'll layer this. Ooh, it threw some brown in there for me. Oh, excellent. Okay. Throw this. I'm gonna get something darker. How much? How can I get darker than black? Come on. Give it to me like real dark. There we go. I think I might... It looks okay. I think the blood splatter might actually be too much. Can I use that thing as an eraser? Oh, I can. Oh, that changes things. Okay, hang on. Let's try use it as an eraser. Oh. Nope, it didn't quite work. Oh, I know how to get it to work. Hang on. We do this and then we pick this color. There we go. No, don't... Okay, wait, hang on. We're cooking. And we'll keep this as an eraser. Go back in. Okay. There we go. That looks alright. Yeah? I kind of like that. Maybe this will work for my, the zombies in my graphic novel. It won't work for when I'm, like, doing splatters. But I think for stuff like this, that's pretty good. Oh yeah. Now I gotta do the same thing to that corner bit there. Grab this. There. Perfect. Alright. That reminds me to check out the zombie vid. I didn't have time today. It was supposed to be today. I was gonna sit down and do a bunch more extra research, but I had to... It took longer for me to deep clean the apartment than I thought it would. I'm having a look at my schedule, because I have like I plan out my weeks in advance. And like time slots and stuff, and it looks like I might be able to on... Actually, how long is it? I don't remember it being very long. Because I wanted to lump it in with the rest of my zombie research, but if it's not very long, then I can just watch it before I go to bed tonight. Visit site. What is this? No, that's an ad. That's another ad. Okay. I'd like to see how long the video is, please. Half an hour. Okay, I was gonna lump it in with my research, for my, like for the third book that I'm working on. But if it's only half an hour, then I can watch it while I do my exercise tonight. That might be nice. I like having videos on while I'm doing my exercise, so that'll be a good one. Speaking as a professional cleaner, deep cleaning always takes forever. I'm lucky it didn't take me super long, because my partner and I do a pretty good job keeping our apartment clean. But there was just like some extra bits that kind of needed to be handled that I had to take care of today, so that part took longer than expected, but it could have been worse. I'm gonna splatter. The idea is I kind of want to have the, what's it called? The ribbons. I want the ribbons to kind of be like soaked. And the reason why I'm adding black in there is because I want it to look like she's been wearing them for ages, so it's kind of like oxygenated and like dried. We're not just having like fresh blood, we've also got like really, really old, mucky, gross blood in there as well. Okay, now we can start playing with this. I think I'm gonna leave that because I wanted to have more distinction between those two overlaps, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna lower the opacity here because I need to erase this bit so that you can actually see the rotting underneath. What was that? Oh, it was my son. He just sighed in his sleep. Okay. Now that you can see that, I can clean up the outside too now. Turn off that one. I'm not gonna absolutely coat her in blood because, you know, it's just not super interesting. But I am gonna put it where I think... Sorry, my phone went off. But I am gonna put it where I think it would have some really good storytelling potential. So like the stuff on the ear is because the ear is so long, it gets like dragged through all the mud and the muck. Here it's because she's got like rotting underneath her leg, but as you can see, it's kind of dark because it's been oxygenating. I might, not as much, but I'm gonna put some blood on these ones as well. We'll keep it light. Make sure it also kind of looks oxygenated. There. Not nearly as dense as the other side, like this is very thick. Here you can still kind of see through where the blood is. Really want it to be more visible on this leg, because this leg is the one that's got the wound on it. But she is, how do we say? Look. Should I keep the blood splatter? Actually, no. I'm gonna have the blood splatter not on the leg, because then that implies that the bloodstains got there before the tape started to unravel. And I think I like that idea. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I like that difference. One is absolutely drenched and the other one's just kind of splattered. Hate working on my at my current building. Not an OSHA complaint. OSHA, occupational safety and health. Is that what that is? I'm pretty sure over here it's occupational health and safety. So it's like the H first. How is my tea already cold? Oh, that's why. We've already been streaming for an hour. We've already been streaming for an hour? What? Where did the time go? Alright. Focus, Silv. Alright, so we've got some blood splatter on the fingers. Try and, again, keep the kind of... Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Again, kind of keep the brown vibe. I'm trying to use black to see if I can get some, like, brown hues in there. I think her fingers would be absolutely coated. Oh, that's how you want to do it. Okay, you want to layer the black down first if you want to get the icky brown stuff. Okay, I see. I see you. Okay. I think her fingers will be absolutely coated. Just because we saw, like, in the sketch... How did I get this color? What have I done? In the sketch, you can see that, like, she's kind of been clawing at her face a little bit to try and get the ear off, and she hasn't been able to get it off. So, I want to kind of highlight that her fingers are so bloody because she's been trying to, like, claw at her own face. I can't replicate this. How did I do that? Oh. Get rid of that. How did I fucking do that? It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. Gonna coat it on thick, and then we can try and... I think I'm coating the red on too thick. There. Now if I add the black... Yeah, there we go. It's a whole, like, layering system with this blood brush. It looks great. It's just gonna take some getting used to. That, and it's slowly falling into a river. Oh, shit. That's not fun. Bean update. A slightly poached almond. Okay, so they're improving. They're turning less into almonds and more into beans. Okay. Jake, I would like another bean update in the next, let's say, 15 minutes. I think 15 minutes is a good time to ask for a bean update. Because, you know, cooking's all fun and games until all of a sudden, it's not. So keep an eye on those beans and keep us posted. Also, what kind of bean? I don't think I asked. What beans are we cooking? You'll set a timer? Perfect. Alright, there we go. Blood-coated fingers. Oh, she's looking fucking disgusting. I love this. She's looking so fucking gross. Alright, I had a splatter here on the elbow and also on, like, the torso somewhere. And I'm gonna add blood to the ear as well. I think that'll really accentuate the look. So we'll start with this. Actually, no, we'll start with this red. Turn this off. I really want to try and coat it. No, I don't want to do that. I want to make it smaller. But I do want to try and coat it with like some black just to show like just how old this this thing actually is. Like I want it to look like at a point like, is that actually blood or did she fall down? What is this? We'll check some. Trying to like give it an odd shape. That'll do. They're kidney beans. Oh, okay. I don't think I've had kidney beans for a while. I don't think I've had beans for a while. Like, I'm poor, but I'm not beans for dinner level poor. No offense, Jake. No offense. Sorry, I'm gonna have a sip of my tea now. Hey, Jake, come on. I said no offense. I said no offense. Come on, man. Why you gotta be like that? Alright, that's fine. That can have its own separately. These are my culture. What ethnicity are you? I don't want to assume. And here I thought you were Ecuadorian, I think is how you say that. I don't think I've ever asked. Actually, to be fair, I don't think I've asked anyone in chat what their ethnicity is. I usually ask where they live. Not, like, address. I don't ask for people's address, chat. But, like... God, I'm not beating the cult allegations, I suppose. Like, all I need to know is your ethnicity, where you live, your credit card information. Give us this. Gonna make it look kind of blotchy. Not having the effect that I want it to have. Try again. Okay. I'm trying to use it to like lower the opacity in some spots. I think it's working, but it's not quite what I wanted it to do. Maybe if I make the brush bigger. Yeah, it's just erasing instead of like having like an opacity effect. I think that'll do. I think that's fine. I added this one. This wasn't in the sketch. I just thought it would look nice. And then the last one, I wanted to add some redness around the... or some blood, sorry, around the thing. Nah, assume Silv. I want to hear your guess. I was assuming that you were Mexican like Rogue is. They're called red silk beans. Okay, okay, fair. Was I right? You Mexican? I'll make this smaller again. Just really quick. Really quick. Actually, there. And then that top layer will be black. Kind of show the rotting. I want to make it darker, but I don't think I can. And I don't think that needs any, like, extra effect. I think that's fine the way it is, actually. come in here, do a real quick cleanup. Actually, I think this blood brush does a better job at creating a rotting effect than the rotting that I just did by hand. Yeah, that looks more rotten than this does. Maybe I'll redo it with this rotting brush. Because if I use red, it looks like blood. If I use more dark colors, it looks like rot. Hey Skinna, I was just talking because, like, I just did this for the ear to show that she's been gnawing at it, and I think that this blood brush that I'm using does a better job creating a rotting flesh effect than this rotting flesh effect that I added in. So I'm gonna ask you, do you want this hand-drawn rotting effect, or do you want me to go over all of the rotting areas and have it look like I did with this ear? I won't charge you extra for it, I'm just experimenting. Really like the second one? So you like this ear? Like this rotting here? I can do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna merge all these ones. And then I'm gonna lower the opacity just so I can see. So we do a blotch. Oops, sorry, wrong layer. We're gonna do a blotch here. Then we're gonna grab the black. We're gonna do a big blotch here. Do a blotch on the outside too. And make it a bit smaller. Whoops, a bit smaller. Blotch on the outside too. Bring the red back in. I wish when I pulled, like, I know it's a layering thing, but I wish when I pulled black, it, like, actually drew black. That's not black, but it'll do. I think that looks fucking freaky, dude. That looks fucking nasty. Alright, so we add that in. Black there. The black over the top. Bring the red back in. More black over the top. I'm trying to keep hints of red in there. Again, to do the whole, like, signs of irritation and stuff, but it's mostly black. It's so fucking cool. I think this looks so interesting. I'm still gonna go underneath and add, like, the red, airbrush for, like, the irritation. Because I think irritation of the skin is really cool. Visually, at least. But I really, really wanna... Because if I can nail how the rotting looks on this commission, then I might have to change how the rotting looks in my graphic novel. It takes a lot of layering, but I think it looks really cool. I think it needs to be darker. I don't know how I got the ear darker. Like that. I'm not sure how I did it. I know that I started with a red kind of in the middle, and then I did black underneath, and then black over the top. I know I did that. That looks like it. Yeah, I think that's it. Fuck yeah, dude. Alright, where else did you have it? You had it here on the knee. You had it on the muzzle underneath the eye as well. And then I think that's it. Turn off the blood for a second. okay. I see you. I see you rotting and shit. I see you dying on camera and shit. Look at you. You're looking fantastic. I mean, no, you're looking absolutely fucking vile. But considering that's the look we're going for, it's great. Yeah. It's actually very difficult to see on the muzzle because her muzzle is so dark. I might kind of cheat a little bit, throw some like... Just because when I do black on this blood thing, it doesn't actually do black. It does like this weird brown. I think that's better. And then the last one was down here. That, I think it's fine to just leave that as that. Because the main part of the rot will be covered by this bandage. And then you'll see the bandage soaked in like its own blood, so that's gonna be lovely. And do that. And then now, I might... What does it look like if I do multiply? It makes it a little bit darker. It turns this bit completely black, which is not quite what we want, but I can probably put that on a separate layer. Well, now I have to go in and touch up this. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Okay. What do you think, Skinna? Ooh, giving amnesia vibes. Hell yeah. Also, hello, how are you? My apologies for not commenting on it earlier, but I do commend you on the research and looking at actual necrosis in open wounds. That shows a lot of dedication. It was definitely an experience to do that. It was very interesting. It made me physically ill, but I think it worked in the long run. It got the effect that I wanted to get. You love it? Excellent. Alright. In that case, I think... Oh no, we gotta add claw marks somehow. I think we'll grab like this. I'll make it really, really thin. See if we can make... Oh no, we can use this one. Yeah. How about you? We're doing well. We're just about to finish this, zombie commission. And then we're gonna start working on another commission that we got. We're working on another PNG tuber child. We got commissioned a couple days ago to do, so we're gonna finish that up. I'm doing the dark layer first, because I kind of want it to be like, one, the oxygenated blood that we have been talking about for a while, but also I just want it to look fucking dirty. You know what I mean? I just want it to look absolutely filthy. Also, thank you, I will have that hydrate. Give me one moment. Ooh, I'll put that underneath, actually. Just do a slight... Actually, no. I'll put the red under first. Yeah. And then I'll do a thinner layer of that. There. And then one last step, because I lied, we're not done yet. First I have my sippy. There we go. Now, last step. We're going to, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna add that irritation in. Only around the necrosis parts, so around here. Just slight bits of red. Not too drastic. But enough to show that, like, hey, it's kinda irritated. Now, I'm just turning that layer off so that I can erase the parts that don't need any redness without it looking too cluttered. Because otherwise I'll get confused and I'll accidentally erase something that's not meant to be erased. So we'll do this. Oops. There we go. And then shouldn't be too much. There's just a little bit up here. Gotta be careful up here because that's when this irritation blends into that irritation, but it should be fine. And then we just gotta make sure that the redness isn't on the fungus itself. And then I think we're finally finished. No, I saw that. I saw that. Alright, so we're gonna try and get rid of the bulk of it, and then I'm gonna get a smaller eraser. Because if I accidentally... Actually, I don't think it mattered too much, because the necrosis would have covered it, but still. And then I'm sure there's bits in here, so we'll just really quickly... Yeah, there was. I can see it. Right there. Now we're done. What do you think, Skinna? I'm gonna change the canvas size real quick. Make her nice and snug. Right there. Ooh, it's fucking terrifying. It's fucking scary, dude. Alright, I'm gonna really quickly save this. This is my third time drawing Vanny. I just had a look at your commission folder. Because what I do is whenever I get a new commission, I have a folder called commissions, and then I make a folder for every single person who's like commissioned me. So I go into the commissions folder, and then there's a folder labeled Skinna because I've done a couple of art pieces for her now. This is my third time drawing Vanny. Well, really quickly before I forget, send this to you. There you go. Just before I forget. It's fucking horrifying. Oh my god. Okay, that's that. Saved, all good and saved. Bean update, crumbly biscuit. Okay, excellent. Alright, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of this now. Alright, that's Skinner's commission finished. Now we get to move on to another commission. This one is from someone named, very funny name, Husky Huskerton. Can you guess what their persona is? All jokes aside, we're doing a PNG tuber commission for Dear Husky. Cat. Shit, how did you guess, Jake? How did you fucking guess? Honestly. Blew my fucking mind when I saw it. No. Jokes aside. I gotta pull up the reference sheet. Okay, so let me really quickly reread. I don't know if they wanted Anthro or Feral. I think they want Feral because the reference sheet that they gave me is Feral. We can work with this. Really quickly, just gonna make this a bit smaller. Pop you up here. Chicken would... I'm actually yet to see a furry with a chicken persona. Hello, Mookie. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, night, whatever time zone you're in right now. So they wanted a full body, so I'm just gonna really quickly sketch out the base first. I think they said they wanted something, have a quick look. Okay, no. They just want a full body of the character, like, sitting down. So we will really, really quickly mock this up. It doesn't matter if I go outside this boundary because I can just fix it up when I get to it. So because it's like a, I think it's supposed to be feral form, I'm gonna give it a much thicker neck. It's fantastic. Oh, lovely. So I'm gonna have a look. Chicken tuber. I want a chicken tuber. I want to see one. And I don't want it to be like a human with like feathers and like a slight chicken motif. I want a fucking chicken, bro. Give me a chicken. Alright, so it's been a little while since I've drawn feral poses, so I'm gonna have a look, see if I can find like a good reference picture just to draw them sitting down. I could probably find a picture of my own cat to use, honestly. But I think the anatomy would be a little bit different because, well, my cat is a cat. This tea is really good, Chad. So I think what I'm gonna do... I've drawn, like, my snooze, but my snooze have different anatomy to, like, other quadrupeds. I hate that I read that as chicken jockey. I love that you read that as chicken jockey, Jake. I'm so proud of you. Alright, so we're gonna do, like, have this come out, like, here, just for the time being. Actually, I kind of want it to come out more. Just like that. We're only doing the roughs today, no pun intended, because I need the roughs to be approved before we can continue. Oh no, Jake! I'm sad to say this, but what are you sad to say? You have a Minecraft brain rot. That's so funny because I haven't even seen the Minecraft movie. I just really like Minecraft as a game. I haven't played Minecraft in a hot minute. I would like to. Where I'm thinking about... I won't be able to stream on my birthday. My birthday is a Saturday. Usually on Saturdays we do, like, streams with the boyfriend. I won't be able to stream on my birthday because we got a lot of stuff going on. But the next day... That looks terrible. But the next day, the day after that, the Sunday, I should be able to stream. So I'm thinking maybe we do like a Minecraft thing for my birthday. I'm gonna leave that like that for the time being. Kind of just wanna... Oh, it still looks... Okay, hang on. I'm gonna start from here. We're gonna put the leg in, because the leg's gonna come in like up, kind of out, come back in like this, and then this will be like the front of the paw, but the back like kind of comes in like this. Right? It's been a while since I've drawn ferals, so might take a while getting the base shape of this down. If we do that, and then we put the front paw in here, and then the other front paw in here, then we can put the other leg like here. Right? We'll put this paw here. Does that work? I don't know. Makes him look really bad. I don't think I like this. I don't think this looks good. I think I need a different reference picture. It could be... I don't know. Maybe I need a refresher. I've been drawing a lot of snooze lately, but like I said, snooze have very different anatomy to like regular feral characters. Like, not very different, it's very chibi style anatomy. Okay, what if the paws kind of come... Hang on, I gotta rearrange my shit. I learned that cows sit like dogs. That is so cute. Do they actually? That's adorable if that's true. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do instead is the front paw is gonna come in kind of like this. Gonna have the other front paw here, and I was kind of had the right idea. We'll put the leg up here, but instead of having it down, we'll have it like kind of play upwards like this. Right? They want a tail wag, so I'm not gonna draw like the tail curled around the foot like I did for my other PNG tuber child, but I think that looks better already. Then you can just put the other foot like here. Actually, we'll have it a bit lower. And just put the other foot like here. Kind of hide the front paws a bit, which I don't know if that's something that they would like. You need to make the body a bit shorter, I feel. I feel this could work, because I think the fluff of the neck would kind of hide this bit here. Maybe. They really can be just like big puppies. I really like cows, honestly. I do. I went through a bunch of different like ideas for a potential like character to VTube as. This one was the only one that I ever drew out, the one that you're currently looking at, but I had the Chihuahua, I had a slightly more feral dog form, which was just gonna be a wolf. I had a cat. Some people might actually remember Mimi. I used to VTube as an orange cat with wings. And I was having a look at a cow, and I wanted to name it Gumpy. So that was another thing that I did. I didn't realize I was a furry. I literally have a persona without realizing it. That is adorable. That's how most people realize that they're furries. They don't know until it's too late. Alright, I have to pull the reference picture of this person's character back up. Okay, so. Open you guys. Open the reference. Okay. I think this pose will be fine, but we're gonna flesh it out a bit more and we'll have a look-see. We'll pop the nose. I think. Actually, it might be a better idea to do it as a front-facing. Because I want them to be able to use it either like on the left, on the right, or to talk to chat. Every time I do a PNG tuber child, they are always looking to the left. And sometimes it works when they have symmetrical designs, but sometimes when they don't, it doesn't, you know? Am I putting too much thought into this? Let's see what we can come up with. Let's see what we can come up with. So pop that there. They have a kind of big snoot, but their snoot like kind of comes up here, and then it's very angular. It's like I kind of like the sharp muzzle. I think that's cute. And then it kind of comes up again like here. Kind of crooked, but like in a cute way, you know? I need to hear the logistics of how that came to be. You know, like, the headcanon is that I am a literal bull shark. Oh, that's cute! Oops, let me get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Just grab this bit. Okay, I think maybe I was overreacting. I think the corner is fine. This VTuber does have a symmetrical design, so if they want to put it on the right, it'll look fine. Pop it here. Very cute. Okay, so now we can kind of play around with the ear a little bit. I'm gonna do like each thing in like a separate color until I'm happy with the positioning, and then we'll make it all the same color. It's kind of how I do most of my children these days. We're gonna be doing an ear flick as well, so I really want the design of the ear to like be correct. So it kind of comes like up like this. Actually, it's not that curved. It's kind of straight, but we can play with that. We can kind of have like a, yeah, because then they've got like a flick, and then like maybe a little one there. The last PNG tuber child I did was a little bit stressful because the design was like 99% finished, but there were a couple of things that the commissioner wanted different. And I was like, okay, cool. So I had to work with like a mostly but still kind of unfinished design from a different artist. And the art style from that other artist was so drastically different from mine. But it was really fun. I really like it. And that, the one that we were working on like ages ago, Hal, the like wolf man character that we were working on, they haven't started streaming yet. But they're planning to really, really soon, so that'll be really nice. I'm excited. I like seeing my PNG tuber children stream. Can't stay long, wanted to pop in. Oh my god, Dennis! Hi! Oh my god! Everyone, I'm sure you guys have met Dennis before. I swear you guys have met Dennis before. Dennis is a very good friend of Brent's, and a good friend of mine. I'd like to think that we're friends. But yeah, if you watch my content, you watch Brent's content, you think we're both really cool. First of all, thank you. And second of all, go check out Dennis. Dennis is also really cool. Dennis is what the kids would call based. What the? I like your avatar's outfit. Aw, thank you. Hi chat and all who inhabit. We're friends? I mean, do you want to be my friend? I want to be friends with you, Dennis. I want to be friends with Dennis. Dennis is fucking awesome. Alright, where were we up to? Okay, Dennis is distracting me. It would be my genuine Aww. Aww, did you hear that, chat? Dennis wants to be my friend. Unironically, that made me very happy. Ow! Jake, why are you ruining this beautiful moment? Literally bonding with my friend. I can call him that in confidence now. My friend Dennis. Bananas aren't real. We've been through that. Bananas went extinct like 8 years ago. My god. Oh, alright, it's fine. Love you, Jake. Then what hit you? I don't know, but it wasn't a banana. What is that? Dennis. Dennis, what is that? Are they... Okay, I see. Bananas. Dennis, I'm really sorry to say, but bananas went extinct, like, 8 years ago. You know, I want bananas to be extinct now. What do you mean? They are extinct. I'm about to make Dennis regret saying that we're friends. Oh, never mind. This is the most cruel world. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. It's very sad that we don't have bananas anymore. Alright, I'm trying to get the fucking... the spike of this character's hair right. But it's because it's such a simple spike that it's easy to fuck up, you know what I mean? I think I got it. Actually, no, there are no curly spikes. They're all like... Boop, 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 boop. And then there's another big one, and that connects there. Perfect. Very spiky boy. I think I'm gonna move this ear. I'll move it kinda... yeah, that'll work for the time being. Alright, alright, alright. Get that out of the way. This green bit can be red now. I'm gonna also change the kind of blue that this is. I want to make it look like it's very low opacity so that I can... yeah, now I can properly see. I wanted to do that without actually lowering the opacity, so just fuck around with it. Alright, let's see. We've got... this dog has the cutest little top hat, but we're gonna be doing the, accessories. That's the word. We're gonna be doing the accessories on a separate layer because I offered that to them for customization purposes. What are we daring today? Draw riff. Draw. It's okay, man. We've all been there. Aw, Dennis. My poor thing. We're working on a commission today, Dennis. I got commissioned, not yesterday, but the day before, to work on another PNG tuber for another up-and-coming streamer. And so we're working on his model today. This is PNG tuber child number 5. Once this is done, I will have 5 streamer children, essentially. Except 2 of them don't stream anymore. One hasn't started streaming yet, and the other one only uses their model when they're streaming, like, games. Otherwise, they use, like, a different model, so... I do have 5, but, you know. Alright, we'll make that red now. We can get rid of... whoop. Get rid of this. Ooh, actually, I didn't want to make that red yet. I've changed my mind. I want to... make it smaller first. Kind of shrink it down. And then shrink it down there. I think that's fine. That'll look fine. Gotta love the variety we have with streamers. Yeah, yeah. I have one of my children is a Lynx, Chai Lynx to be specific. We've done a couple of streams together. She's like a VR chat streamer most of the time. But when she does like gaming, she uses a model that I made for her. We have... I think their streamer name was Petch, but I don't know if they go by Petch anymore. I think they rebranded recently. I really enjoyed Petch's model. Let me see if I can pull it up, actually. Petch's model was probably the biggest one that I've done. Because they had 1, 2, 3... They had 4, like, separate outfits, so to speak. Let me see if I can pop it on stream. Is it... I think it's this one. I really, really like what I did for Petch's model. It's my favorite model that I've done so far. It is... No, not that. No, not that. This one. No, this is the old model. No! I actually did 2 models for Petch, that's why. This is the old model. The new model is... must be this one. Yeah, 2.0. Here it is. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the green screen background. There. So this is the one that I did for Petch. I fucking love this model. It's got a bunch of different things that it does, but my favorite part about it, we'll get rid of... Actually, we'll keep that. Turn off this one. I want... not the hat one. Oh, this is a good one. I really, really like this model because Oh, it's loading. It's loading. It's struggling. But I like this model because the clouds, like the fluff was supposed to emulate clouds, and so I had to animate the fluff for it. And there are some parts where, like, yeah, it could use improvement, but for the most part, I was really, really proud of how this model turned out. So yeah, that's probably the biggest model that I've done, because they had 4 variations, and each of the 4 variations had this, like, moving hair texture to them. So that was really, really fucking fun. But, yeah, so they did Petch, and then I also had someone else named... Oh, what was their name? Sky Theta, I think is what they went by. They got a model and like an emote pack, which is really fun. And then the last one we did, which was most recently, was for a streamer named Howl, but like it's spelt wrong. It's H-O-L-W. I think they spelt it wrong on purpose. I think that's a deliberate thing. And theirs was like the first human style PNG tuber that I've ever done. So doing a lot of experimenting. This one is just a really nice pupper. Little husky bro. I'll keep that line for now. But the hat, eventually the hat's gonna be like here. Because they got a little top hat. Sorry for disappearing for a bit due to class starting and a couple more mins. I unfortunately have to leave this stream right now. That is okay. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for vibing. We'll see you another time. Alright, so now we're back here. They've got like these little thingies. I don't know what they're called, but they're there. And then they've also got like, their fluff is like really spiky. It's like super spiky fluff. Which I personally don't mind. I have some very spiky like characters myself. There's a big one here. And then they've got like a tie that kind of comes around. I think it stops like... It'll come in here and then it'll go behind the The fuck was that? Oh, it's Adobe trying to bother me. I don't even use Adobe anymore. No spikes on me. It's true, you're very soft. You're very round. You look like a, what is the name of that Pokemon? Oh fuck, I don't remember. No, not Sun-Cursed. Oh no, what is it? No. I saw it when I was playing Poke Park. It's like that little water skirt thingy. Fuck. Oh, no. It's escaping me. Is it Sunskirt? No, it can't be Sunskirt. That's not a real mon, is it? Surskit. Is it? Yeah! Surskit! I am a curling stone. You're calling me a Suncurse? No! Surskit! This is... Dennis is distracting me from my work. This is what he looks like. Hang on. Okay, we got that. This is what he looks like. This is Dennis. When you bully Dennis, this is who you're bullying. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Look at him. Okay, I have to turn it up, otherwise I'm gonna... I don't see it, and I can't Oh. I think it's really fun. Okay, Dennis, if you take off the legs of Surskit, that is... How damn I see it. I love this. It's like, have you seen the image of me like, I think Brent has shown me the one where you have feet? I think you're gonna have to remind me on that one. I think I've seen you with feet. It might have been an emote question mark. I don't remember, but I think I've seen you with feet. I haven't seen the hands though. I definitely haven't seen the hands. I have human feet and then my arms are like Omegas. I have not seen the arms. That's fucking hilarious. Also, I love the whole like Dennis and I have just decided that we're friends, and then I immediately start attacking his character. It's like, is this you, bitch? I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not. That was funny. Alright, so the tie is gonna be on a separate layer, but I have to draw it in just so that the commissioner kind of knows what the vision is. I think I'm also gonna get rid of... I think I'm also gonna get rid of this part of the thing, just so that it connects a bit better. I got roasted and I just... Yeah, I know, your only crime was showing up and saying hello. That was it. You haven't done anything wrong. Alright, actually, no, I'm gonna redo this. I think... Oh, I forgot that the blue... Hang on. Get rid of all the green. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna have like a big one, little one, because I think the tie... In some of the reference pictures, the tie comes in like this, and then in other reference pictures, it looks like it goes behind the white fur and starts like at the neck. And I'm not sure which is which. First time, yeah. See, I trapped them by having them say that we're friends, and then I bully them. Ask Brent. I bully Brent all the time. Brent comes into my chat and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Jokes aside, love that man. He's fantastic. And so are you, Dennis. Even though you look like a sunskirt. Is that what it's called? Sunskit. Surskit. I don't even know the name of this fucking Pokemon. Brent, that 3D blast loving dingus? Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Boo. Hey, yo. I played 3D Blast, now that I think about it. I didn't like 3D Blast. I'm gonna have to have a go at him for liking 3D Blast. It's time to attack Brent's character. Oh, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Surskit, you uneducated sweet potato. I've never had that one before. Not gonna lie, kinda hurt a little bit because I fucking hate sweet potato. Ouch. Well played, Skinna, well played. I'm gonna unzombify your Sonic OC now out of spite. Alright, no, Dennis, now that you're here. No, sweet potato fries are the bomb. No, don't like them. Don't like them. Sweet potato can go somewhere else. Don't like it. I was trying to think of something cool to say. I couldn't think of it. Dennis, if you're still here though, what's your favorite Sonic game, actually? I know Brent has like a couple of favorites that he returns to a lot, but I don't think I actually know what Sonic games you like. Or like even not Sonic games. Like what are some games that you really enjoy? I know you do a little bit of everything on your Twitch channel. My favorite Sonic game is very easily Sonic Unleashed. My partner would read that and cry. My partner would read that and absolutely cry. But good for you, good for you. I don't think I've played a proper... Ooh, who did what now? Hang on. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you guys are having a good time. I know I am. It's his fault he didn't do the full research. It's true. It's true. But like... I feel bad for him. I knew that he was gonna do it. I knew. And I just let him do it. Because I didn't know either. I didn't know that it was a Wii version exclusive either. But... It's just, you feel bad, you know? I tried to tell him it wasn't worth it and he didn't listen. This paw looks funky. I think what I'm gonna do... We're gonna have some, like, fluff. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time zone you're dealing with right now. I think I like this. And then kind of have the toe, like, coming in. But I like... Maybe don't curve it. I'm trying to figure out this toe, foot's looking funky. And I don't know if it's because I'm out of practice with, feral art, or if it just looks bad, you know? I think that's fine for now, but when I do line art, I need to polish that up. Should we do... Yeah, let's do some exposed claws. How's your day going? We're having a lovely time. We finished working on a zombified Sonic character commission, and now we're working on a PNG tuber commission. Well, I call them gift tubers, but for some reason no one uses that term, so it's an animated PNG tuber, I suppose. But that's fine. Some of my favorite Sonic games include Unleashed, Frontiers, 3 and Knuckles, Adventure, Black Knight, oh yeah, and Advance 3, nice. I haven't finished Unleashed, and seeing my partner play through it, I'm not interested. And I haven't played Advance 3. I love that emote though, that emote's really funny. I'm not interested. Seeing my partner play through that game was like watching someone in the trenches. I swear to God. And he does it to himself, so I can't like stop him. Hey Deceiven, how you doing? Welcome in. We're working on a PNG tuber commission today. Really need to draw more often. I'm not good at it, but hey, it's fun to do. As long as you're having fun, I don't think there's, like, anything wrong. But anything wrong? That's not what I was trying to say. I'm so sorry. As long as you're having fun, I think it's a great thing to pick up and continue doing. Hell, the only reason I'm, like, still doing it is because when I was in 6th grade, I would have been, I think it was 11. Actually, no, I was 10 turning 11. I had left a grade school. I was like transferring grade schools, and I didn't want to forget any of the friends that I made there, so I learned how to draw their favorite Sonic characters because Sonic was the only thing that existed in my world. And I forgot who those people were, but I realized that I really liked drawing and I became addicted to it, and now I'm turning 25 in like I think 2 weeks, a week and a half, and I'm still doing it. As long as you have fun, you will naturally improve in time. Non-Sonic favorites: Lost Judgment, Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory, Streets of Rage 4, Star Fox 64, Miss Pac-Man, interesting, and Sakura Wars. I have not played any of those, actually, I don't think. I think my partner has Splinter Cell. I think we had access to, not Lost Judgment, I think it was just called Judgment, and I don't know if that's part of the same series or not. But we did have access to a game called Judgment before. I think that's the same thing. Now you have a chance. Ooh, okay, maybe I should. I'll put them on my list. Star Fox 64, I think my partner... Oh no, my partner doesn't have a 64. He has a GameCube, I think. I'm trying to remember what consoles I have access to now that we live together. I don't think he has a 64. I think he has a Star Fox on the GameCube. I think we bought it recently. I'll have to have a look. Judgment is the first one, and Lost Judgment is the sequel. Okay. I picked up Judgment ages ago. As something for my partner and I to play, but it wasn't quite what we expected, so we ended up returning it for something else. But I would like to give it another crack. I think now that I know what I'm in for, I'll probably have a better time with it now than I would have back then. Don't like that. I started drawing, I think, a year or two ago. Oh, that's pretty nice. What do you like to draw? Do you draw, like, characters? Do you draw backgrounds? Do you like to draw plants? What is it that you have fun drawing? I like the Sonic game where Shadow and Sonic make out. Bro, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. Actually, no, I take that back. My favorite one is the one where Sonic like opens the relationship, so they have like a polycule open relationship type thing, and he starts having a fling with Jet the Hawk. That's my favorite one. I love Sonic and the Secret Romance. That sounds like a fanfic that I would have written in high school. Oh, I love that. BRB gotta do the father and Arendelle. I can't speak. I'm so sorry, but have fun. I don't remember these Sonic games. Which ones? I don't blame you if you don't remember the polycule open relationship one. That one was pretty like underground. Not a lot of people knew about it because Sega didn't put the money into the advertising properly, but now it's considered a cult classic. Ooh, almost there. We'll do this one. There we go. Feeling better? Excellent. Welcome back to the chaos. You have not missed anything. Chaos. Okay. Anyone in the chat who's like familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog, I want to know what your opinions on Silver the Hedgehog are. No, like, joke intended. The silver one from Sonic 06. The one that's got time-traveling powers. What is chat's general consensus of Silver the Hedgehog? If you know who Silver the Hedgehog is. If you don't know who Silver the Hedgehog is, look up Silver the Hedgehog on Google Images and tell me what your first impression of him is based on the pictures. Silver is awesome. He's a dork. Yeah. That's an opinion that I can stand by, I think. I like that IDW seems to be, at least, slowly trying to turn him into a more badass character. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what to do with this. I like that they're trying to slowly turn him into a more badass character. I think that's really fun. I started playing Sonic Dash recently. Like a couple days ago. I used to play it in high school, but then I stopped up until a few days ago. And they were having like a campaign to unlock Super Silver as like a racer. And I have no idea why, but it like unlocked this deep appreciation for Silver the Hedgehog in me. I don't know why. I didn't play 06 when it came out. Like, I was born in 2000, but when Sonic Adventure and, like, all the 3D games were coming out, I was playing the original trilogy on, like, the Mega Collection on my Xbox. I didn't get to play a 3D Sonic game until I was, like, 13. So I didn't know who Silver the Hedgehog was. And I don't know. I see Super Silver, and my brain immediately goes, that is a character that I love. But specifically Super Silver, and specifically, the Black Knight variant of him when he's, like, wearing his armor. I don't remember what it's called. I think Silver is Gawain in, Black Knight, but I could be wrong. Oh, he's Galahad, sorry. I think Knuckles is Gawain. Silver is Sir Galahad. I really, really love the Black Knight getup and his super getup. But for some reason, it has to be those forms. Like, if it's base Silver, I love base Silver, but it's just kind of like, eh. But the second you give him a super form and you put him in his armor, bro, I don't know what it is. It's just peak. I love it. It's fantastic. I've seen Super Silver once. It's really nice. I think the first time I saw Super Silver, actually, no, not the first time. The first time would have been when I was looking at Sonic 06 in my woodworks class in high school, instead of, like, actually doing my woodwork project. But recently, I saw him, not recently, maybe like a year or two ago, I saw him in the Metal Virus arc for IDW Sonic, and I think that's where the infatuation started, because I have a picture on my phone. I don't know where it is, so please, like, I'll try and find it if you guys really want to see it, but I don't know where it is. It's literally a picture of Super Silver from the IDW comic with the text me back, text me when you get home or something like that. And I used to send it to my boyfriend, who wasn't my boyfriend at the time, whenever he left my apartment to go home. Because he lived, like, literally a 2-minute walk from my apartment. So he would leave, and as soon as I closed the door, I'd send him a picture of Super Silver with the caption, text me when you get home. And I think that's where it started, because I love Super Silver now. I do and I don't know him. I'm aware that he exists. When I saw him, my first opinion was, oh look, another not quite Sonic character. That's fair. That's fair. I think they tried really hard to make him look visually distinct. And for some people, it really, really worked. And for some people, they just really didn't like it. I think the hair that they gave him had to, like, I had to sit with it for a bit. I had to be like, yeah, okay. This is just what Silver looks like. I didn't like it at first. Werehog? Werehog is a whole other ballpark. I don't like the base Werehog that you see in the games, but I love the fucking Tumblr sexy man versions of him that artists draw. I have no idea why, but artists draw Werehog Sonic so fucking sexy. I don't know why. Werehog Sonic is just so sexy when you give him to, like, Sonic artists. What are you guys doing to him? I don't have any sweet treats. Aw, I'm sorry, Skinna. Do you want some... I have some, like, dairy-free chocolate chip cookies. I have some gluten-free and dairy-free chocolate chip cookies. Do you want me to mail you one? Do you like my goofy boy? I think the Werehog form was definitely interesting. I'm not gonna, like, dog on it and be like, oh my god, I hate it, it's terrible, blah blah blah. I definitely think it's interesting, and I definitely think that, I miss that more experimental time that Sega was in, you know? Like Black Knight, like, I didn't like Secret Rings, but like Secret Rings, like, the experimentation is what I miss. I don't like Sonic Unleashed. I've never been a big fan of Sonic Unleashed. But I'm really happy that there are people out there who did like it. You don't like chocolate chips. Okay, what else can I mail you? I can mail you some... I've got dairy-free and, like, gluten-free mint slices. Do you want me to mail you some of those? Or... I don't know, what else have I got? There are no bad Sonic games, and Sonic in all medium has never had a problem ever. Shit, you're right, actually. You're right. Sonic the Hedgehog is a flawless video game franchise that has absolutely no flaws whatsoever. Perfect, if I say. Never finished Unleashed. My cousin broke my copy. Damn, that's brutal.
I want waffle fries.
I'm sorry, I don't have waffle fries. But what I was going to say is, did you break your cousin in return? You know? You like, I don't think you can come back from that. Silv, do you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? It seems like that would be up your alley. I've not had too much experience with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but my partner loves it. So I'm probably going to watch it soon. I think, actually, I'm going to start with Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I actually know someone who worked on that show. I went to university with him. I wouldn't say that we were friends, because he was one cohort, like, above me. But I'd spoken to him before, and sometimes when I'm tabling at conventions, I see him and we have a little bit of a chat. So yeah, I know someone who worked on that show, so I'm probably gonna start with that show. But my partner really, really liked the, one of the... I can't remember which ones, but he really liked the movies. I wish I could remember which generation of movies he liked. I'll ask him when he gets home. Anyone else watch Sonic Prime? I did. It's another one of those things that my partner loved and I didn't particularly like very much. I think there was a lot of potential in Sonic Prime that just didn't have anything, like, nothing of value amounted from that potential in the end. I did really like the idea of, like, an alternate reality version of Tails being the bad guy in the end. I thought that was fucking brilliant. But there were just a couple of little things that irked me a tiny bit. It wasn't a bad show, it just wasn't my favorite Sonic show. The fight scenes in Rise are insane. Oh yeah, the person that I went to uni with is really good at animating the, like, fight scenes, but I think he specifically worked on the, visual effects. Let me see if I can find him. I think he specifically did, like, the effects. He worked on Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He also worked on, Marvel What If. He worked on Marvel What If as well. I think he's still working on Marvel What If, actually. I'm not entirely sure. I recommend the 2003 cartoon and the 1990 movie if you're okay with some old school filmmaking. I love some old school filmmaking. Silv, do you know of Corporal What Jack? No, I don't. What is this? Let me copy paste this. What is this? What are you doing? Oh, what's this? A Syrian brown bear. Is that what you're talking about? A cub that was adopted in World War II. That sounds kind of cute. Alright, hang on. Let me see. He has... No, he's not properly moved to Bluesky. He does post on Bluesky, but he's still on Twitter. Yeah, he's a 2D effects artist on Marvel What If and on, Ninja Turtles. Well, he was for Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles is done now. I don't know what he's doing next. It looks like he's stopped working on What If. I'm not sure what he's doing now. Next time I see him, I have to ask him. Also, I love the Metal Sonic with the bow on his head. That is adorable. That's such a precious emote. Alright, so this is gonna be the base. This looks really ugly, but trust, there's gonna be a top hat. So the eyes, we'll pop the eyes like here. What's the time? Ah, we have like a little under, sorry, 2 hours. That's not too bad. We got some time. I thought that we only had like 45 minutes left. That's why I was like, oh shit, I should really get back to working on the commission. But no, we're fine. Mini hot take. I don't think Sonic has ever truly had a really solid outing on TV. Sat AM is the closest. I haven't finished Sat AM. I did work on a Sat AM reduced once, but like I was really sick when I worked on it, so unfortunately I couldn't give it my best effort. But I didn't finish watching it. I really enjoyed Sonic Underground as a kid. And looking at it now, it feels like a bunch of TV executives hired a random 12-year-old from DeviantArt and gave them a budget. And I think that's really funny. I think that adds to the appeal, honestly. From what I remember of Sat AM was really good. I think Movie Sonic is also phenomenal, but that's not really TV, that's film, which is a different medium, in my opinion. Best Sonic TV opening. Okay, are we talking best, or are we talking catchiest? Because I think the best is Sonic Underground. I think the catchiest is one of the Sonic X ones. Not the SONIC Go one, but the other one. Gotta Go Fast is the best in all fronts. I am so serious. That's the Sonic X one that I was just talking about. It's the catchiest, definitely. Fun fact, I don't know if I've shared this on Twitch before, but I'm going to now because I think it's really funny. When I was a kid, if I was like having and when I say kid, I'm talking like teen. Like I'm talking 15 to 16. If I was like having trouble sleeping, or I was having like a bit of an anxious episode right before I went to bed, I would literally Sat AM, Underground, and X, I would like sing all of the intro songs to myself until I fell asleep. It's so cringy, but that's what I used to do as a kid if I was like really anxious before bed, or if I just couldn't sleep for whatever reason. I'll grab both of these actually and bring them both down. I think we're gonna pop this here. Actually, what I'm gonna do, yeah, we're gonna pop these here. This green one can probably be made even thinner, maybe a bit taller, but even thinner. And then this snoot bit, I think that's all the pieces. Move up. And then this snoot bit, move up a tiny bit. It's looking pretty cute. I think I'm gonna move the eyes down a bit more. Well, now that's stuck in my head again. It's good. It's a good song. I would play it on stream now, but I think it's copyright. Like, I think I'd get a copyright strike on Twitch if I did that. Alright, now we should just be able to make everything blue. Okay, I think this bit here needs to come down just a bit more. This eye is kind of messing with me a tiny bit. I think it's because it reaches out so much, so if I kind of bring it in a bit, maybe that'll fix it. I don't know, there's something about this eye in particular that's bothering me. I think that was it. Yeah. I will go ahead and make the eyes a different color just for a moment, because I want to be able to adjust them if the hat ends up being a problem. Who gives a shit if it's cringe? Cringe is dead and we left, so let's be happy. I agree, honestly. The best things in life operate on that fine line of cringe and cool. Like, I don't think I've used the word cringe derogatory unless it's like a joke in like years. Nowadays, I use cringe as like an endearing thing. Like, I call all of my old Sonic fanfiction cringe, but I love that shit to death. I've done everything that I can to preserve these fanfictions and make sure that if I want to, I can go back and look at them at any point in time in my life. I love them, but they're cringe. Shadow with Doom Wings, so dumb but so cool. Dude, I shat Brent's pants when I did that. I didn't shoot Brent's pants. I shat my boyfriend's pants when I saw that. I was like, yo! Dude, what is this? It was fucking brilliant. I think the Doom, like, manta ray thing that you use to, like, traverse the water, I think that's fucking ridiculous. I don't like that one. But the Doom wings? Oh. Fucking peak, bro. Okay, so we're gonna kind of go like this, and then you're gonna see the top of the hat, and then the hat's gonna come down like here as well. I think that's cute. I think it needs to be, I think the top hat bit needs to be taller, so this bit here needs to be taller. No, not the blue. Just this bit. I think this bit needs to go up. There we go. Yeah, that's better. And now I just have to draw the tie in. And then we do like some of the base animation, so the blink, a tail wag, and an ear flick. And then the draft should be good to send off. Do more of the the squid. The fucking some of the Doom things that they gave Shadow are really, really bad. But some of them are also really fucking epic, like the wings. It's so funny. Gotta take my dad duty, baby needs me. No worries, thanks for stopping by, Dennis. I appreciate you. I hope you and your child have some really good time together. I'm gonna put this up here. They have a hat? Yes, they have a hat. They also have a monocle and a tie. It's a very, very dashing young husk, if I must say so myself. I just hope that I do them justice. They're looking very cute so far. Like that. And then we can have the tie kind of like come down here. It's supposed to be kind of long, but not super long. Let's cut it off like there. Very cute. Very nice. I'm gonna make the tie blue. Actually, no, I'm gonna make the tie red because I want them to know. So the eyes, I'm gonna keep the eyes green because the eyes are gonna be on a separate layer. Gonna keep the accessories red because the accessories are also gonna be on a separate layer. I'm separating it in chunks for them because they've said that they might want more emotes or more outfits in the future. So I'm trying to keep it separate just so that they can kind of see what it is we're dealing with. I have a monocle. I think this monocle's too big, but I want to... There. Now we can make the whole thing smaller. And they have a little chain that kind of goes up the ear like that. So, draw that bit in. It won't look like this. It's gonna be made up of like a bunch of little gold chain. I think for now that'll be fine. Are they huggable? I'm not sure. I'm assuming they are. Their fur is very spiky. But I don't know what kind of VTuber they're gonna go for. I'm assuming because they chose a puppy, then they are going to be very huggable. Oh, he's cute. He's so dapper. Aw. Alright, what I'm gonna do, actually, is we're gonna do the tail wag on a separate layer. Because I can really, really simply animate it the same way that I animated my text-to-speech bot, Roche's wings. Which is just a really, really simple back and forth wag animation. We'll try and do like every 10 frames. And then if that's not quick enough, then we can adjust. And if it's too quick, then we can also adjust. So we'll have this. The starting point will be like here. Here. Yeah, and then the end point will be like where we drew it. Yeah, that's cute. Just to start things off. I like it. I think it's cute. It's just a simple, like, get the idea across kind of thing. So we can do that. We'll keep the tail on a separate layer. The ear flick will probably be about here. I'll copy all of this. Ooh, turn off the tail layer for the time being. We're not going to need it right now. Alright, so for this bit of the ear, I'm gonna keep that there, tilt it up a bit, make it a tiny bit taller and a tiny bit thinner. This is generally how I animate the ears. I'm gonna copy paste the same layer actually, the same frame. My brain is going blank. Gimme, thank you. Program's fighting me. Right there. Now we can make it again a little bit taller, a little bit thinner. There. And then we do, I'll put the original back, whoops, back, come on man. Put the original back here, but then we'll do, okay. Now that we have some layers to mess around with, we're gonna grab this. Draw this in purple first. We're gonna bring it all the way down here. Actually, is that too dramatic? It might be too dramatic. Let's bring it like here. Yeah. And we can bring this up, bring this down, and then it's swoop, 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 little swoop, and then just a couple of thingies here. Alright, make this bit blue now, and I can turn this off, clean it up a little bit. Because, like, it's all well and good if I can understand what it is, but I need to do these roughs in a way that the commissioner also understands, you know? Otherwise they agree to something and then they see it finalized and they're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. Do that. That'll do. Alright, and then the last one. Turn this on again. Alright, now is the part where we kind of go in the middle, so that's like here. Yeah, kinda. That's still too close to the previous frame. Bring it like here. Too close to the next frame. There we go, that's a good middle. This purple is actually very difficult to see. Hang on. There we go. That's better. There we go. Right, and then it's swoop, swoop. Actually, I think I started it too low. Swoop, swoop, swoop. No, still started too low. Swoop, 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 and then little swoop. There we go. Alright, now we can turn this off. Alright, let's see. Turn the tail on. What are we working with? Hey lurkers, enjoying this little chihuahua draw one posh pupper? Ads ruining the experience? Consider subscribing. Oh, thank you, Jake. I appreciate you. Is this good night? Is this where we part for the evening? Amy Rose is... That is such a cute Amy Rose emote. What the fuck? I love that. Alright, let's see if this ear is enough. Feels a bit static. Let me turn the tail off. Okay, so I think what's happening is this is too dramatic and this is too subtle. What I think I might do, honestly, is delete the ears that I just drew, and like use the base ear. Sometimes it's fun to have the really dramatic swoops, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. I'll pop this, do that. Pop this one like here. Yeah, here. And then the next one. Go here. Does kind of have to be pulled out though, in order to make it like still kind of work. This one also needs to be pulled out a little more. But that's fine. Just a little. Like that. Let's see if that's any better. If I just copy paste the ear. Yeah, that's better. Well, we can live with that. Oh my god, Silv, you should. No! And I'm saying no because I know Cult of the Lamb has that feature where you can put people in your chat in your cult, and there's no way in hell I'll be able to beat the cult allegations if I literally put you guys in my cult. We can't do that. Yes, that's why you want me to play it, isn't it? You want me to play it so that we can have a literal cult. You know what? You know what? I'm still trying to figure out what I would like to play for my birthday stream. Because, yeah, I'm not streaming on my birthday, but I'll stream the day after my birthday. I'll put a poll in the Discord server. If enough people want Cult of the Lamb, then I will do it for my birthday. But, you guys better start acting like a cult if I do that. If I'm gonna acknowledge that you guys think we're a cult and I do that, you better start acting like a cult. You understand me? It will be a birthday party, not a cult. Very cute. If you did that, I would be sleeping. Oh, that's so cute though. We'll build you like a cute little tent with your own bed and stuff. We can do that for you. When is your birthday, if you don't mind me asking? It is the 17th of May. So it's not, I think it's not next week. It's oh shit, it is next week. It's not next Monday. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My birthday's 12 days away. I didn't even realize. I thought I still had like 2 or 3 weeks. Alright, and now we can add the blink. We'll add the blink right at the end here. Grab this. In we go. Alright, I think we're almost done with the... Actually, yeah, I have to finish the blink. And then if everything looks good, then we're actually finished with all the commission work I can do today. I can't progress this commission until the roughs get approved by the commissioner. I mean, I could continue, but I really don't want to. Once my roughs are finished, I like to wait for approval, and then usually I will do line art and flat colors, and then ask for approval there, and then I will just add like the shading, and then that'll be that. Oh no, we're not quite done yet. I still have to do the lip movement, but that's okay, that won't take too long. I'm just gonna make sure that I send them everything, not just this. Yeah. Alright, so that should be all the movement that they asked for. I think so. I'm gonna double check. Wanna know something I found out from a friend? Sure. What is it? I'm really quickly just gonna double check what they were after. Full body, yes. Tail wag and ear flick, we did. We also added blinking. One emotion for the time being. Tie, hat, monocle, done. Alright, I think that was everything that they were asking for movement-wise. Now what I've got to do is I've got to group these. Because I need to resize them. I'm going to select the group. I need to resize the group. Help me. Oh, it won't let me resize the group. That's nasty. There we go. Now I can. I need to resize it so that it fits here. Oh no, not there. No, I need to do it. Wait, this is why I need to be able to resize the group instead of individual layers. Now it's gonna look weird. I don't know why I do my PNG tubers on this size canvas. Realistically, I could use any size canvas. I just use this one for whatever reason. Now I have to... Look, the tail... Yeah, the tail's gonna grow. I need to do this. Now I have to re-animate the tail. Where did we have it? I think we had it there. So that should... No. Okay, hang on. Come on. Stop being a problem. There. That should be it now. Should be completely resized and ready. Perfect. Alright, cool. So now we're gonna duplicate this group. Duplicate selected layers. This one that we did is gonna be mute. And this one is gonna be the one with the talking animation. Alright, hang on. I gotta catch up with chat now. I got really focused. Apparently my birthday is the day their mother's birthday is. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I don't know, dude. You do things your own way. Oh, look, man. I'm just trying to get by. So I'm gonna put this jaw. I'm gonna copy it and then yeet it out of existence. Drawing. Put this in here. Oops. Put this in here. That's closed. Now we're gonna do this, which will keep it... Whoop, wrong color. Which will be a slightly open. Kind of like this. And the trace off for the time being. Pop that in there so he knows that's where his teeth go. I think it's too far leaning. Let me redo that. It's very like... this, but I want to make it like shorter. Yeah, there we go. Get teeth in there, just a really quick. That's the medium one. This one will be the tall one. That off now. Oh, whoops. Oh no, that's fine. We can worry about that later. This is just to show the animation. There we go. And now should be able to just do this. does it overlap there for a second? Oh, that's why. Get rid of this. Make sure that we get... No, not that. There. Make sure that we get all of it. There we go. Perfect. And then these ones here. Just want to make sure that the walking animation is as seamless as we can get it. I think that's fine. Alright. I think that's what we've got. So I'm going to really, really quickly... No, not that. This is group... This is the talking group, so talking... There we go. What's this? How old are you going to be? If you don't mind me asking, not to be rude, you don't have to answer. I'm turning 25. Sorry, I was just finishing off my tea. Yeah, I'm gonna be 25 on the 17th. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I've been thinking about it, but because it's a nice... Not even, but like it's a... Even is the only word I can think of, even though technically it's not an even number. But because it's a nice even number, I've been thinking about that weekend that my birthday is. So the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've been thinking about doing like a 25% off thing on my commissions and my store because, you know, 25 birthday, 25% off. I think that's pretty fun. I don't know if I'm gonna stick to that, but now that I've said it on stream, I probably should stick to that. Alright, so now, just to make sure that, like, all of the layers are, like, equally visible, I'm gonna change the colors of some of them. Or at least, we can keep the green, but we'll make it, like, a darker green so that they can see it better. Because I don't think that shade of green really mixes well. Alright, so we'll export... Ooh, why can't I see anything in here? Oh, there. So I'm gonna export these really quickly so that I can show the commissioner. These are gifts. I'm gonna put these in his... Sorry, I'm assuming it's a guy, I shouldn't. In their commission folder. Where is it? Commissions... A year and a month apart. Oh, cool! So yours is... April? No, yours would be June. Year apart, yeah. A year plus a month. Yeah, so your birthday's in June. My partner's birthday is in June. Where is he? Husky Huskerton. Here we go. Mute. Ruffs. Do that. And then we gotta export. The 17th of June. My partner's is the 21st of June. And... Between you and me, I think I've discussed this on stream before, but I've known my partner since 2019, okay? We're in 2025 now. Actually, I've known him since June of 2019, so we've known each other for almost, I think, 6 years, if my math is correct. And for maybe like 3.5 of those years, I would constantly mix up his birthday with Sonic the Hedgehog's birthday, because my partner's birthday is the 21st of June, and Sonic the Hedgehog's, like, anniversary birthday type thing is the 23rd of June. So they're only a couple of days apart, and I used to always mix them up. And the reason why I remember now is because before my partner and I started, like, living together, he lived in a separate apartment, which was apartment number 21. And every time I showed up, like, or we walked to his place, I would be like, "Ooh, 21." And he'd go, "Yeah, like my birthday." Or like, "Oh yeah, like my favorite number," or something like that. And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, cool." And so he's like, I don't know if he did it intentionally because he knows that I used to mix up his birthdays. But I used to, like, I don't know if it was conscious or subconscious, but he basically drilled into my head that he is the 21st and Sonic is the 23rd. The fact that I mixed up my partner's birthday with fucking Sonic the Hedgehog's birthday is wild to me. But I did. Curious how many days till my birthday, so I'm gonna go check. Oh, we do. Alright, so I can't work on this commission any further until the roughs get approved. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really quickly send the roughs to Mr. Husky Huskerton. And then I'm gonna really quickly pee. And then we'll find a different art-related thing to work on for the last hour and like 10 minutes. Where is Husky's folder? Here it is. Send these over. He's not online at the moment, so I don't think I'll get a response until like overnight, but I will really quickly send these. Alright, those have been sent over. Time for me to pee. I'll be right back, guys. Give me like 3 minutes. I'm a really quick pee. I'll be right back. Wait, before I go, I'm gonna say hello. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I'll be right back. I'm just going to the bathroom. Alright, I'm back. Jake! I thought you went to sleep! What the fuck are you doing here? Oh my god, you didn't even start it this time. I see you. I see you. I know what you've done. Join us, it's fun. Stop! Stop! You guys call me a cult and then the second I go away, you start setting my stream on fire. What am I supposed to take from that? What am I supposed to do with this information, you know? I can't trust you guys around a bar of soap, I swear to God. Alright. Let's see. What are we gonna work on now? I never went to sleep. I said my beans need more time. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. How are the beans, by the way? Are they still going? Are they done now? Are you eating? Let me see. I need to work on a... Let me check them. Yeah, go check your fucking beans, bro. I need to finish a, tech pack for my partner. If fire doesn't touch my box, that's fine. If it does, just say. Aw, poor baby. Okay, so I'm working on a tech pack for my partner because, I have a lot of projects at the moment. I'm working on my comic. I'm working on my, Ooh, these ones are done. Okay. I'm working on my comic. I'm working on my animated pilot. I'm working on my Etsy store. I'm going through a lot right now, and my partner has decided, not an artistic bone in his body, or not a visually artistic bone in his body, and he has decided that he wants to help me finish off my graphic novel pages so that I have a little more time to work on other stuff, and he can do some of the heavy lifting. So, part of this tech pack is, hang on, let me really quickly make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. So, part of this tech pack, the beans have got 30 minutes, based. So what I'm doing is I'm sending him unfinished pages. I'm sending him pages like this that only have line art, and I'm sending him 4 at a time because I don't know why, but whenever I work on pages for my graphic novel, I work on 4 pages in a single file. It's just how I've always done it. So I need to finish the empty line art for this Photoshop file, or this Clip Studio file, sorry. And then I need to create like a document for him that has like a profile photo of all of the characters, all of the color swatching, and then also like maps of the environment and like color swatches for each individual building in the environment, because a couple of the buildings have different like color schemes and stuff like that. So I need to finish these. So this is not part of the tech pack. These are just the pages I want him to work on, and then I have to build the tech pack so that when he does all of the coloring for me, he can just color swatch. He can just like color pick with the eyedropper tool. And basically what he's gonna do for me is he's gonna do all of the flat coloring. So he's gonna get the pages up to this stage for me. And see how like this page has a different font to like this, to this one? That's because I lost this font, and I can't get it back. It's a custom-made font. That font is my handwriting, and so even if I do remake the font, it's gonna look different because my handwriting has changed from when I first made this, so I just picked a different font. So he's gonna flat color, and then he's also gonna change the speech bubbles from this font to this font. So he's doing all of the bubble art, like all of the text bubble layout and the flat coloring for me. And then he's gonna send them back, and then I just do the shading over the top. And we've been talking about it for months, but I haven't been able to get him the pages or the tech pack that he needs because I've been scrambling to get my Etsy shop like designs ready. But now that my Etsy shop designs are ready, and I'm just waiting for the product to be shipped to me, I can spend some time getting this ready for him. I'm not gonna do the like physical like color swatching part of the pack on stream. It would be really fun. Maybe we'll do it next week if I haven't done it yet by then. But I do want to do these pages. I do want to get the line art for these ready. So the thin, like, low opacity underneath is what the page used to look like, and now I'm just kind of... I like the layout of this page, so I'm still gonna use it, but, like, kind of redrawing what it is. Because I think this page is, like, 2 or 3 years old. Very, very old. And this year, I really want the book to come out. I really want this done and out there. And doing things this way and having my partner take on some of the load is going to be really helpful. I do have to teach him how to use Clip Studio because he's not a very visually artistic person. He's done writing before, but he doesn't really draw. So I have to teach him how to use all the tools that he's going to need to use. But that's kind of what these pages are. These are kind of like testing grounds just so that we can see what his skill level is at, and then I can kind of teach him to do what I need him to do. Unfortunately, I can't get his help for my animated pilot. I think that'll be too much. Ooh, what was that? Aw, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you guys are having fun. All the commission work is done, so now we're working on my silly little graphic novel. I might change the title as well. Just put the name of this book that I'm working on in there. Alright, so she has her arms crossed here, but I kind of don't... I do like it. It's supposed to show that she's, like, closed off to the idea that Maynard is kind of putting on her. I might turn the speech bubbles off. But I don't like how it looks. I'm trying to think. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to figure out how to best position her arms. Oh, ow? Thanks? Question mark? That hurt. I'm gonna try and kind of reposition at least a little bit. I don't want the arms to look too long because I put her legs right there. Ooh, I will have a sippy. Just a moment. I think I'll work on the arms, and then if I need to adjust the length of the torso and the legs to, like, follow suit, then I will. Just really want the crossed arms to look okay. Ow! Time to demonstrate the big button? That was rude. I mean, to be fair, I did install it knowing that you guys would use it, so I guess it's my fault. We'll pop that there, and then she'll have, like, another hand right here. And then her other, like, the elbow will come out, like, there. That doesn't look too terrible. It could use a little bit of finessing. I think maybe if we pull this, like, up higher. Alright. I think that's better than what I had. Oh yeah, that's better than what I had, I think. And then yeah, I think her torso and her legs just need to be a bit longer, so we'll go like this. Ooh, I got a DM, I think. Was that Husky? It was Husky! I love how it's coming up. The tail wag is so cute. If you could move the back legs so they're fully planted on the ground. Okay. I didn't think that they would be awake. Alright, well, I'm gonna really quickly reopen their file because I asked for a really quick edit. Where are they? Husky. Alright. I just gotta, they really quickly want an edit with the feet. Because I have the feet kind of like dangling up, which makes it look like he's sitting on his butt. But he wants them like kind of more on the ground. Where is it? Mix it up, chrome, clip. Why is it not showing up? It's so weird. There it is, now it's showing up. Alright, we're back in here for a second. I was on the train back home from Orlando and the train cart caught fire. Jesus Christ. Are you okay? Ah, okay. They sent me a reference picture too. Excellent. Okay. So I'm gonna really quickly do this in the purple. I'm gonna turn that off. That's too much. So they want it kind of like... It looks really messy, but this is kind of what they want. Like, that's the front of the paw. Yeah, we'll pop it. Yeah, we'll pop it here, just for the time being. And then it kind of... It's like rounded a bit, and then it goes like this. Like that. And then it continues... Alright, I'm gonna need to move this so I can play around with it a bit. Play around with it over here. Like that, except maybe a bit like taller. And then kind of comes in like this almost. Actually, it's not like that. It's, this part of the paw kind of comes in like here, almost. Which means that this probably comes in here. Let's see. Pop this. Trying to, like, give it more distinction so it's not one solid line. Like, I want the paws to be, like, kind of flat, and then the feet to kind of go upwards. That's fine. Not too far upwards, though. Just kind of like that. And then they want this kind of, like... here. The angle's too much, actually. Maybe it is better to just kind of leave it mostly flat. And then this bit of the leg... they want it to kind of, like, come over the foot like this. And then we'll have here, like, the end of the foot, like this. And then some... kind of, like, almost butt fluff. Like that. Kind of really quickly. I'm trying to do this real quick because, like, if I've got him available to give, like, feedback, then I'm trying to get it done quickly. Shut down the whole cafe cart? Damn, I'm so sorry. Alright, let's see. Get rid of these. Oop. Get rid of these. Not gonna need those anymore. These bit can kind of like come in like that. It looks a little bit weird. Maybe I think it's got to do with the way I've positioned this leg. Maybe if we have it start off lower. There we go. There we go. There we go. I thought I put on Sonic the Hedgehog lo-fi. Why is it sounding like Silent Hill right now? I don't know. Lost Tree. Okay. Kronos Island. Okay, that's why. It sounds like Silent Hill because it's a game that could very easily be turned into Sonic the Hedgehog Silent Hill. Makes sense. Alright, the thing now is I have to draw the arm beans. So we're gonna do this beautiful thing called cheating. I'm just gonna put the front beans right here. Yummy, yummy front beans. Love to see it. And then he's gonna need even more front beans. Right here. He's gonna have so many toes, man. So many visible toes. I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna grab these. I had his legs tilted to the side a bit, but I might pull them in. Like that. It's making what I'm working on really messy. That needs to stay. But... I think. Should I have his other leg visible? I feel like it only makes sense if it is. Grab this bit. Pop it here. We'll really, really quickly make it like a different color. Just so that I can erase the differences. Well, not the differences, but like where it overlaps. now we can turn that back to purple. And then we can select all of the purple and make it blue again. But he looks fucking weird now. Maybe adding that blue bit was overkill. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, I think it's cute. It's not giving though. You know what I mean? Something's not giving. I think that's fine. Pop that in. We'll pop this in like here. I don't want to narrow it in. What did it look like? Okay, so it had like a whoop, 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 whoop. It just looks like he would say, well, 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 look who we have here, to his nemesis. Actually, no, he's just fancy. He's quite dapper looking, if I do say so myself. So this will be another, like, paw. And this will be another paw. So he's gonna have a lot of exposed toes. I think that looks better than it did. Oh yeah, I gotta fix these ones too. Alright, hang on. I can fix that. We'll just delete all these. Whoops. There we go. Luckily, everything's mostly, like in this stage, relatively easy to fix. This is why you always, always, always send sketches for approval, chat. Always. Even if you're confident it's exactly what they want, you send them sketches anyway. By far the easiest stage to start fixing shit. Alright. Even better if they can, like, be with you live when you draw it, but that's not a very common thing that can happen. I think that's only happened to me once, and that's for Skinner's zombie commission. Actually, Skinner's here every time I do some of her commission work, so... There we go, get rid of all this. Oh no, I need that bit. Love how it's coming out. Oh, hey Husky, how you doing? I was literally just saying that's, it's a rarity to have the commissioner in chat while you're working. That one, I don't know why that one's like that. We can just pop it here. Turn that off. And now I need these. Do you like this posing for the sit down better? Did he look a bit more prim and proper for ya? Very dashing young man. Be getting compliments all stream. You do? This is much nicer. Okay, perfect. In that case, if I have the go-ahead, then I have to close up what I was working on. Goodbye, comic book. Alright, we're gonna get started on finishing this up then. I do have... Silv, they've been here for a while. Oh shit, have they? Oh no, I have not noticed. Beans, give me the bean. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've been so in the zone finishing this up. I am so sorry. I only just noticed. Hi. Alright, I'm gonna make a new layer now. Actually, I'm not gonna pop it in either of the groups. I'm gonna pop it on its own.
I do have another question, Husky. Do you want... Hang on, I'm changing the title again. Do you want, black line art, or do you want my signature purple? So, the purple is the line art that my current PNG tuber and my text-to-speech bot have. It's like that kind of deep purpley color. Or, if that's not your style, I can just do, like, a standard black color. Let me grab the purple just in case. It is... I was going to cheer, but I'm broke as fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, we'll change that so I can see it a bit better. We're gonna create a new palette. We'll just call this, Husky. Bean update, they are done. Oh, excellent. I hope you enjoy your beans, Jake. Actually, can I have some? I'm kind of hungry. I want some beans. 38. 38. Okay, so this is what the purple looks like. I'll get it really nice and big so you can really see. This is the purple. This is what I do for, like, most, if not all of my other PNG tuber children. That's what the line art looks like. Your other models have purple. Yeah, my other... There's, I think of the other four... PNG tubers I have, 3 of them are purple. I can have a quick look. I know Skylar is purple. Oh no, Skylar is... Yeah, Skylar has purple line art. I think Chai has purple line art. I might have given her black instead. Where is Chai stuff? Oh, here she is. Yeah, Chai actually has a really deep brown instead. Petcheth has black, and Hal has purple. So really, take your pick. Yeah, keep the signature purple, no worries. This is also really easy color to change. So like, I just have to click on this default thing here, and I can move it around and change it however I want. So if later on, you decide that it's not something that you want, then we can change it super easy. I will say I did lose the color though, so now I have to get it back. It was 279, 86, 38. Okay. Alright, that's the correct color now. All fixed. Let's see. Debating order a commission from Silv later in the month, or possibly Flynn. Is... Oh, I'm trying to remember. Flynn is, I'm in the Discord server. Hang on. I don't know if it's the same person. Miguel? Is that the Werewolf Lounge? Is that the one? I think we both followed Miguel. That's why I'm asking. Dropped a picture of the beans in the chill chat. Oh, awesome. I want some fucking beans, bro. Oh, they look good. You didn't tell me there was meat in there. My dumbass thought you were literally just cooking beans. Just beans on their own. Yeah, them. Well, I'm gonna be doing 25% off for the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th. Just to celebrate for my birthday, so that's information you might want to have, I don't know. But ultimately, whoever fits your style, man. Obviously, I would be honored. I'm always super excited when people trust me to do commission work for them. But Miguel's style is incredibly different from mine, so I don't think I'd be able to replicate. Like, obviously you would commission us for different things, I feel. You called me broke, so I didn't want to tell you. I thought you were just cooking beans. I thought you'd literally opened a can of beans and just started cooking nothing but beans. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm stupid. I'm the raccoon in your backyard eating Chick-fil-A once. Ooh, I do also want Chick-fil-A, but also, how did you get in my backyard? Dude, I changed the lock and everything. How are you back? Alright, let's really quickly... If I could just draw my lines correctly, that'd be phenomenal.
I said if I could just draw my lines correctly. Thank you. Alright, I think we'll start by finishing off the ear. I like the ear. I think it's cute. We're gonna be seeing it a lot. It's one of the, animated variables. Oh, you know what? I could probably put the ear on its own separate layer as well. I don't think it'd be necessary, but I could. I don't think it's necessary. I think the tail being on its own separate layer is necessary because it's constantly wagging. But an occasional ear flick is fine. That can be with the rest of the stuff. Let me come in here. There we go. Silv, beans from a can are already cooked. I've been in chat for 3 hours giving updates on how they're coming along. Maybe you wanted to slow cook some beans. I don't fucking know. Dude, I never ever claimed to be smart, okay? I heard I'm cooking beans and bitch thought you just opened a can of beans and started cooking them, okay? Leave me alone. We've established that I'm big stupid, okay? Alright, let's see. Are they good though? They look really good. The meat looks super soft, honestly. I love slow cooking, like, beef in, like, soups or stews. It's really fucking good. You know what? You got me there. See, I never claimed to have any form of intelligence, chat. That's on you. Actually, I don't like that that's just flat. Let's add another spike, just cause. Very cute. Very spiky boy. Spiky but dapper. When is someone gonna be brave and make the bean brand with their mascot being a cat or dog foot? I think that would be a better, what's it called? Branding for like a treat for pets. Maybe not like literal beans. Or maybe even like what's it called? A grooming product. Like to keep them clean. Just call it beans. I'm full of fantastic ideas, aren't I? Candy beans? That'd be very cute, actually. I hate when I go to sleep and then I get the sensation to get a midnight can of beans. Chad, has this ever happened to you? Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night being unable to go back to sleep because you're like, oh fuck, I really need my midnight can of beans? I've been waking up at like midnight, 1 in the morning, like a lot lately. And you know what? It could be because I haven't had my midnight can of beans. You may have just solved my sleep deprivation. Thank you very much, dear chatter. Yo, that meat fucking melts. Hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's so good. It looks great. Don't even talk to me before I've had my morning beans. That sounds so... You know what? That sounds so British. You know, like your morning can of baked beans. Beans on toast. Fuck, man. I haven't had baked beans in a hot minute. My sister used to love them. I think she still does, honestly. But she used to be like fucking obsessed with baked beans. Especially the ones with like the ham flavored sauce. I don't know, she just goes crazy for it. I can totally see this VTuber, this dapper looking pup, just like angrily scoffing down like a dog bowl full of beans. Like, don't even talk to me until I've had my beans. Very British, very papa. I'm up late due to depression and obligation. Oh, that's not fun. Maybe a can of midnight beans will help. Have you considered that, Rogue? Chat, I think we need to get Rogue some midnight beans. I feel like I'm eating consolidated diabetes when I eat American baked beans. Well, I've never had American baked beans. I only have Australian baked beans. And they're very, I'm not gonna lie, they're not my favorite, but I am feeling kind of nostalgic for them now that we're talking about beans. Oh, not quite, not quite. No, not that one. There we go. Nope, that's also not right. There we go. And just rotate that a bit. Excellent. Ooh. Where am I going from here? The hat's gonna be on a separate layer, so is the monocle and the tie. So I think I'm gonna draw in the head. Actually, in the off chance that they get a future outfit that doesn't have a hat, I'm gonna add like some spiky hair. Like only a little bit, like enough so that the hat will hide it. But just a little bit of spike, you know? A little bit of personality. There we go. 'Cause I don't know what's underneath the hat. Could be a Ratatouille situation up there. I don't fucking know. Do you ever do collabs? I do sometimes. I've done a couple of collaborations with Chilinks. I've done a singular collab with my dear friend Brentzone, which I'm hoping to have on the channel again soon. Brent is really funny. And every Saturday, he's not his own VTuber, he's just kind of a guy. But every Saturday I do streams with my boyfriend. We're doing Kingdom Hearts at the moment. I'm in a depressive mood right now. I'm sorry. No, that's okay, Rogue. You don't have to apologize. We'll just get you a good can of beans. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I do want to do more collabs. I'm just not sure who... Like, because a lot of the streamers that I'm friends with, that I would like to collab with, are in different time zones, and they stream way earlier than I do because of that. I was really lucky to get Chai, Brent, and my friend Churgo for my subathon, because they were, like, I started my subathon really early my time, so they were able to make it. But, I also wouldn't mind finding some people closer to my time zone to collaborate with. I hate sleeping with my closet open. I feel like the Nightmare Foxy is just gonna pop out. I hate sleeping with my closet open too. I just can't do it. Alright, we're gonna start here. Ooh, that was almost perfect. Almost. Maybe if I go... What if I make it 2 lines? Let's, no, I don't want to do that. I want to make it 1 line. That'll do, because this bit up here, where it starts to get wonky, is gonna get cut off anyway. There we go. Very cute. I really like making, furry characters' shoulders all, like, fluffy and flary. I don't know why, it's just really fun. I have some artworks of My Sona where I do that. Not a lot, though. Ooh, I'm thinking about the tail wag animation now, because it's on a separate layer. But it has to be behind this part and in front of this part, so... I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit. I can figure it out. It won't be difficult. It's just gonna be interesting. I think I'd probably get this bit here and copy paste it on the tail layer. I've done shit like it before, it's fine. I'm gonna go get some beans. You go get your beans. We need to know, for the sake of the chat, what kind of beans you're gonna get though. I think Jake said his beans were red silk beans? Question mark? I don't remember. I believe that's what he said. You got it. Hell yeah. I have some knowledge of beans. Also, I'm not gonna lie, like, every time I stream commission work, I low-key accept the fact that I'm not gonna get an awful lot of work done when I'm streaming, because you guys distract me a lot. And to be fair, we did get distracted a lot, particularly when Dennis came in. We were all making fun of Dennis. But this is probably the most productive commission work stream that I've had in a while. I was worried that I wouldn't even finish the roughs for this commission because we spent like a whole hour touching up Skinna's zombie commission. But no, we're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Ooh, what I need to figure out, I need to look at the reference picture because I didn't draw claws on this version of the feet. But I think this character always has their claws out. Oh no, some of the reference pictures they sent me don't have claws, some of them do. Husky, if you happen to still be in the chat, do you want exposed claws or not? If you're not still here, then I'll DM you about it later. For now, I'm gonna continue doing the line art. Let me quickly make sure everything's ready. Right there. There we go. Very cute beans. Say again. Do you want exposed claws or do you want just the toes like this? Because I can leave them like this, or I can add like a... Not quite like that, alright, but I can add like the claws as well. I'm just wondering if you want that or if you just want some paws. Because the feet that I originally sent you had exposed claws, and I only just realized that I didn't add them here. A little nail claw would be good. Awesome. I'm not going to school today because I'm traumatized. You know what? That's fair. That's fair and valid, and honestly, anyone who makes you feel like shit for it, screw them. I don't think we want massive claws. I think just little babies. Oh, little baby man. Alright, we can probably pop it like here. Why did that happen? Why did that treat it as two separate lines when it was one line? Alright, whatever. I fixed it. And then we're gonna do this beautiful thing that I love doing with all of my commissions called cheating. And we're just gonna copy paste them. Because if it looked good the first time, why redraw it? I will make this one a bit thinner. And this one a tiny bit thinner as well. Perfect. There we go. Adorable. Adorable. Perfect. Oops, wrong color. There you go. Excellent. I'm gonna call it a night. No worries. Good night, Rogue. I hope you enjoy your midnight beans. Non-menacing claws. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's not gonna hurt you. He just really wants to play. My cat does that sometimes. He loves playtime, but sometimes he doesn't recognize when he, like, shouldn't use his claws for playtime. I have a couple of scratches on my toe, which are, like, almost completely healed, but I've had them for, like, a month, maybe. Because I was playing with him with the string, and the string was, like, next to my foot, and he clawed up my foot. He never ever scratches or bites with, like, malicious intent. But I have a couple of, like, little scratches and scars from my baby boy. You have baked beans? Oh, perfect. Perfect. I kind of want to, like, so we'll put one paw here. There's going to be a lot of overlap with the claws. Because you're gonna see, like, 3 of the 4 legs in this shot, which I don't think is an issue. Pop this here. I
kind of want to round this out a bit more. Let's try and... No, pop this in and like pop this out. There we go. Oh, that works. And then we'll grab this, just make sure it connects properly so that it colors later. Gonna have to get going. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, thank you, Celestial. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, night, whatever time zone you're in. What is this? Who are you? I don't think you guys can see this yet. Alright, we're just really, really quickly gonna... Just sending out a warning. There we go. I think I solved night hunger in one more thing to go. Yeah, it's true. The midnight beans are gonna come in clutch. Really quickly gonna just... Whoop, there we go. Now we get back to work. Well, the accessory is going to be an interesting one too, because it has to go over this chest fluff, but under the head. There are ways to set stuff up like that. I'll probably just create a mask layer. That's really easy to do. I've made animated like PNG tubers that have mask layers. I think Petch, the 1.0 for Petch had a mask layer, so I can just have a look if I need to. Should be fairly simple. Baby is shower fed and pooped. Welcome back, Dennis. How are you? Pancakes or waffles? I have more experience with pancakes. I think I've only ever had a waffle once in my life. And it was a good waffle, but that was in like 2017. It's been like 8 years since I've had my first and only waffle. So I can't say for waffles. I am showered, fed, and pooped. Excellent, Dennis. Not the pooped part, unless, like, wait, hang on. You know what, don't worry about it. I'm happy for you. Damn, yeah, damn is right. So I'm gonna pull this in. Don't mean to focus on it so much, but your outfit seems like a J-pop outfit. What was the inspiration for it? Okay, so the honest-to-God truth is that the inspiration for this outfit was actually a completely different outfit that I designed for a completely different character. So, I think I still have the files. I might not. Let me see. I do. So I took part in a game jam sometime last year. It was the that time of the month jam. It was a period jam. I'm just gonna say it. It was a period jam. And I did like I worked on a visual novel where like the main character was, I think it was a trans man trying to cope with the fact that they still have a period, but there was also werewolves, question mark. I don't remember. I know the visual novel was called That Time of the Month. I've never played it. But I did the artwork for the sprites. And they wanted me to design... They gave me written prompts for the characters. They didn't give me, like, ethnicities. I kind of just picked random ethnicities per character. And they wanted the best friend character to be this absolute... It was a trans woman, absolute girly pop, Barbie doll kind of thing. And I was like, well, I could do the classic blonde hair, blue eyes for the Barbie doll aesthetic, but I really want to make them black. And this is the outfit that I gave them. And when I designed this character, I was so in love with it that I was hoping that the people running the game jam would reject it so that I could keep it. But I was like, no, I have to hand it in. I hope they reject it because I really want to keep this character for myself. And unfortunately, they were obsessed with her. They loved her. She stole the show in terms of all of the character designs that I did. They liked the werewolf design that I did, but this girl absolutely stole the show. And they went so far that they went out of their way to try and find a black trans woman to voice the character. Because they were like, I really, really want to keep this character. I'm obsessed with her. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's great. Which it is great. I like when my designs get appreciated, but I really, really liked this character and I really liked the outfit. So I very, very loosely inspired my pink outfit off of this character's outfit that I drew. I couldn't take the outfit one for one, unfortunately. At least not in good faith. But yeah, that's a very loose inspiration for what she was, for what this outfit is. I'm sure the trans rep was positive too, which, you know, is a big plus for me. I believe it was. I think most of the people on the game jam were LGBT. A lot of them were non-binary and trans. Like I said, I actually never played the game that we made. I think it's still up. I think it has like a little itch.io page. So maybe one day, out of like pure curiosity, I'll see what the what they did with it, what they did with my art assets. But yeah, they were very, very excited. Especially because, like I said, they never gave me ethnicities for any of the characters, so I just picked and guessed. And I was like, okay, cool, this character is now black, this character is now Hispanic, this character is this character is that. And, I'm not gonna lie, the person behind the game jam, I think they felt kind of bad that they didn't specify ethnicities, but they really appreciated that I just picked and, like, made them all different from each other. And, you know, I did too. They were really fun. They were really fun. There was one character that has, like, nails that look like the non-binary flag. That was really fun too. I just think the character design was really interesting. But yeah, tangent aside, very, very loose inspiration from that outfit was this outfit. And I suppose, like, I can see what you mean when you say it's kind of, like, J-pop-esque. I can see that. I think it's the heart glasses, honestly. I think it's the dress combined with the heart glasses that gives it the J-pop feel. Alright, so this is all one. Oh, hang on. I have... Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, yeah, no, I see exactly, especially in that last picture. Especially in that last picture, because the full outfit... Let me see if I can find it. Transfer art... I think it's in here? Yeah, this is what the full outfit looks like. So I can see it in that third image that you sent. Very cute though. Right? They're not far out. Yeah, I know. You know what? Let's just say that it's J-pop. Let's just do that. They look close enough. Let's just say that that's where I got it from. Okay, so I think we're going up to here. I have to be careful not to do the eyes on this layer because he wanted the, he wanted to be able to change the expressions at a future point in time. So, changing the formation of the mouth isn't going to be an issue, that's why I kept it on this layer. But the eyes might be a bit difficult to do later on, so I'm just going to keep them separate. Alright, up number 1. This is up number 2. Silv is an idol now. You know what? I may as well. I have been told that I have a decent singing voice, so maybe I am an idol. We'll see. It's all fun and games until I come out with my own, what are they called? The light sticks? The ones that people take to shows? It's all fun and games until I have one of those. Also realized that I didn't transform the shape of this one. It's very subtle, but it does need to be done. It's kind of a little bit like that, and a little bit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Good stuff, good stuff. And then comes right back down. We've got, looking at the time, about 15 minutes. I'm not sure if I could... Oh, I missed a bit. I'm not sure if I could finish any other element. I could definitely finish, like, the eye movement in 15 minutes once I finish the ear and stuff. But this is meant to be a bit wider. There we go. But I'm not sure what else I would be able to finish in that time. I want to get as much done as I can because, like, you know, I'm just in a groove. But we'll see how far we get. We can finish the ear, and finish the eyes. I could probably do the tie, the monocle, and the hat because that's just a static image that doesn't, like, none of that needs to be animated. So I could do that. No rush, take your time. Oh, yeah, I know. I appreciate that. I'm just also in a groove, so I'm trying to figure out what asset I could finish. That way I don't leave the stream with an asset half done. So, like, I could, for example, do the tail wag. Actually, I could finish the tail wag. That might be what I do. Like, if I don't finish the model tonight, I'm not gonna worry about it. But I don't like leaving specific assets half finished. So if I do the line art, I want to do the line art for the whole body, you know? Like I just did. You know? The eyes are going to be on a separate layer, so that's fine. I could probably figure out what I'm doing with the tail. This should just be the ear flick. Perfect. So this is... We're going to put... This is the body layer. And I have a new layer. This one's going to be the tail, because the tail is a static image. It just kind of moves around. So it needs to be underneath this bit, but on top of this bit. So what I'm going to do... I did this for my other PNG tuber model children. I'm going to copy this bit of the tail, of the back, sorry. I'm going to pop it here and turn off the body. This is going to be our, like, point of reference, almost. So, I'm going to put that on the... I'm going to test something. If I put this on the overlay, and then I try... Yeah, no. Okay, that might not work. Because it's a tween... Yeah, the issue is because it's a tween. Actually, no, it's not an issue. I know how to fix this. I just change the order that I do it in. So this is not nearly as much of an issue as I thought it would be. So what we'll do is we'll do this. And worst case scenario, I'll do what I'm planning to do for the tie, and I'll create like a mask layer. Absolute worst case scenario, and that'll be a really easy fix. I'll get this going. I'm not going to animate it yet, because it needs to be colored first. But this is just to make sure I have all the pieces ready. Actually, I might play around, spend like the last little bit of the stream playing around with the mask, make sure it does what I need it to do. I believe it will. Go. Alright, last little bit here. Alright, what I'm going to do for the time being is I'm going to wrap that up. Wrap that up like this. Okay. It looks ugly. Just hear me out. We're going to come back here. I'm going to put just like a regular white in here. Okay, and I'm going to put like a green in here. Ooh, it's not working. Hang on. Where's the gap? Is it here? Oh, this thing's gonna be full of gaps, isn't it? Alright, hang on. The color layer. Yeah, it is. Okay. Fine. We're gonna, ooh, jeez. I'm gonna fill it in with a green really quick. Just to, experiment. Ah, it's still too big. Absolutely love how everything is coming along. It's already looking amazing. Aw, thanks guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of excited to do this one because I usually do like anthropomorphic furries when I do like PNG tuber stuff. The previous PNG tuber was the first one I did that had like more human than furry attributes, and now it's like the complete opposite. We're going full feral. And it's really fun. It's keen. I like it. Alright, now you should be able to go green. Okay, so this is just some experimenting. That green is really harsh to look at, so I'm just really quickly gonna do that. So, welcome to the node view. It looks really messy. Give me a second. Clean this up. Alright, so we're looking at, not this, not any of these. We're looking at body and tail. Should be able to... no, what is it called? It's not called mask. It is... Let me scroll through my very intimidating looking nodes, see if I can find what I'm looking for. Is it patch? No, it's not patch. Patch is for, making rigs. No, it's not chroma keying. Confetti. I haven't tried confetti. Prop. Cutter. Is it cutter? I think it might be cutter. Yeah, I think so. So, in theory, I plug this in, and then I plug that in, and then yeah, it'll cut that bit there. What I want it to do is kind of like plug this into the cutter. Right, put the body where the body needs to go, and then we're gonna make another layer. This one is gonna just be called cutter. Right, we're gonna pop it. Actually, we're gonna leave it where it is. Turn off the tail for the time being. I'm gonna grab... actually, hang on. I realized I did the white on the line art layer. Shouldn't have done that for the sake of the test. Should put it here. Okay, leave that for now. I'm gonna grab this bit. Okay, I'm gonna come up here, make a cut. Now this cutter, if it works, will need to be kinda animated in order to accommodate for the swoosh of the tail, like this bit here. Because like if I keep it where it is, you can't really see it. If you look at the animation, it will mostly work as it is, but it needs to be slightly edited for some of the positions, which is fine. We can work with that. I'm just currently trying to test if it works. And so what we would need to do is we would grab this, actually not that one. We'll just grab this, and this. Pop it up here on the cutter. Really quickly. Hi Kyra, how you doing? We're gonna wrap up really soon. I'm just testing my cutter theory to see if I can get this to do what I need it to do. Cool. And so now, I should be able to just make a really big... I should be able to just link these two. Make sure it covers the whole tail. It does. Should just be able to plop in... Oh fuck, it won't let me color. Okay, hang on. Which one of you things is unconnected? Ah! Which one of you is unconnected? Is it that? It can't be anything related to the leg. It's got to be something up here. Or maybe it's these bits that I put in. That and that. Could be that. No, it still doesn't want to color. Why don't you want to color in for me? Come on. I just want to test if my thing works. Gosh, I don't get it. I'm not sure why it doesn't want to color. That's alright. Let me really quickly just do what needs to be done, I suppose. We color now? Now you'll color. Okay, that's good enough. So now we have the body layer, the tail layer, and also this, like, cutter. And so in theory, I should be able to put this here. Yeah. What we would need to do, though, is come into the cutter and get rid of... Yeah, see, it didn't quite work how I wanted it to work, but it works. It works. Okay. So that's what I'll do, and then we'll, like, hand adjust as we need to. That's gonna be our setup for the tail. My kitty boy Sasa pronounced I don't know how to pronounce the wiggles. Sasa is cuddling with me. That's very cute. Alright, now we can get rid of all that ugly coloring that we did. Actually, I should be able to just get rid of all the lines, because we're not ready to use them yet, so I may as well get rid of all of them. Alright. The body is done, the tail is done. I'll get the eyes done up. I normally don't break up a model this much. Sometimes I'll do like a nude model and then I'll put, oh yeah, the cutter has to stay there. Sometimes I'll do like a nude model and then I'll draw an outfit over the top. And like sometimes if they have a constantly wagging tail, I'll put that on a separate layer, but then most of the time, actually we'll put the eyes here. But most of the time it's all like 1 or 2 layers in terms of cutting it up. I haven't put the face on a separate layer for a PNG tuber before. Mostly because, like, if they want a different expression, it's relatively easy to change. And maybe, realistically, I could keep the eyes on the same layer here. But the more I break it up at the beginning, the less work it's going to be to get all of the coloring done in the future. So I think this might be the new way that I do it. I just break up all of the, like, animated elements onto separate layers. Might draw the eyebrow a tiny bit higher so that it doesn't clash with the monocle when I draw that. There we go. Oh, the S is pronounced like a sh. Okay, so Shasha. Okay. Oh, come on. Get in there. Excellent. Alright. Could probably move that in a bit just to hide the bit of the gunk. I usually do, like, unique symbols in the eyes for my characters, but for commissions, I just do this little oval. Just because I don't know if they'll like the symbol that I pick. And sometimes it's hard to pick a symbol, so I'll just do that. We're gonna do some, like, this wasn't on the list, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I do it for most of my commissions. I'm gonna add a really subtle eye shine. Like the one that my model has, because I think it adds a little bit of life to it. And it's really, really quick and easy to add, so, like, you know. Alright, I'm gonna just copy-paste the eye. Make it a little bit thinner to fit the perspective. Not too much, just a bit. And then again, the eyebrow will be a bit higher. Ooh, this eyebrow's a bit thicker too. Just kind of shave the eyebrow a tiny bit. Actually, no. I don't think it's that it was thicker, I think it's that it was higher. That's better. Okay, and so the eye animation is the same until you get to, like, the end. There it is. Found you. Grab these. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm gonna grab this and pop it with the eyes, just so that when coloring time comes around, I can color this eye relatively easy because it's not open. Like there's no gap. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna finish the eyes, and then we're gonna wrap up. All that's left to do line art wise will be the accessories, the top hat, the monocle, and the tie. And then I can start, oh, actually no, I also have to do the mouth opening and closing, but then once that's done, I can start, coloring and stuff. Yep, okay. I got panicked for a second. I was like, wait, why did only the eyes change? And then I forgot, because they're on separate layers this time. So we can draw a nice closed eye. Bless my next 2 ZZZ pills. I bless your sleeping pills. May they provide you with the best of nap times you have ever experienced in your fucking life. We're still not a cult, though. Alright, let's see. There we go. And then again over here. Alright, it didn't color because I didn't copy-paste this thing. There we go. See, that's why you copy-paste that thing, because, oh, it's still not coloring. Why is it still not coloring? Are these lines not connected? No, they are very much connected. Yeah, they are in fact connected. Can I color now? Why? Why are you being like this? There we go. That was very strange. Usually all that needs to happen is the lines need to connect, but for some reason it was just not having it. Okay. There we go. That's where we're gonna leave it tonight. I still need to do the line art for the accessories and the mouth movement. And then I can start coloring. And then once the tail is colored, I can animate the tail. But for now, that is where we're leaving it. Still here, just dadding. No, that's alright. We're about to wrap up now anyway. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I always appreciate when people show up to the art streams because I know that they're not the most popular thing here on like Twitch. So I appreciate that you guys show interest in the work that I do and not just the games that I play. It means a lot to me. But speaking of games, I need to figure out what we're playing tomorrow because we finished The Last of Us and I don't know what game we're gonna play in its stead. So I have some thinking to do. It was a pleasure being here. Aw, thank you, Dennis. Appreciate you. Love it, love it. Awesome. I should have your line art done sometime this week. And then hopefully, if everything is good, then next art stream, next Monday, we can spend coloring and finalizing this baby. But for now, stay warm, stay cozy, stay toasty. If you sneezed during the stream at any point, bless you. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for whatever it is I decide to do. I still need to think about that. Good night, everybody.